Based.
After Dark.
Yes.
What do you know
Yeah.
about safe for it, you little swinger?
Yeah.
We're gonna get into that. We're gonna get into that.
Bro, that is gonna be such a good story. I'm so ready.
So
Yeah,
you are
I'm
a swinger,
excited.
Olive. That's what we got out of this.
Yeah, I go there once, and it's official.
I mean,
Yeah.
you know, you suck a dick one time. You're
Dude, she reached out to me
You
again.
fix one pipe, are you a plumber? What, the swinger did?
Yeah.
Oh, hold up. Oh, we started the cast. Everybody, please welcome this week's guest. All right, Olive, the one and only. He actually showed up, unlike someone we know. And
Yo!
we're very excited to have him.
Vote no to all PvP updates.
Vote no to PvP. It's
Who
true.
cares?
And I think we should start this by Olive telling us about the time that he somehow stumbled in to a swingers party upon moving here to Arizona with me. Let's hear it,
Yep.
Olive.
We're gonna start it?
Yeah, go ahead. Take it off.
Okay. So I'm on Tinder and match with a girl. She seems like normal for the most part, and she's like a nurse. And
Julia for sure, bro.
Nicole.
Give it- Oh, that's a crazy name. isn't it?
Yeah, Nicole. She's actually she is from Costa Rica.
Oh.
Mm-hmm.
Is she Costa Rican or is she from
Yeah,
Costa
yeah.
Rica?
No, she's
Okay.
Costa Rican. Like she used to go there like all the time. And then I pulled my I used to go to Spain all the time. And she's like, "Oh, you're Spanish?" I was like, "Yeah." And anyways, so then we go on a date, right? And I take her out to drinks. And we get like one drink. And then she's like, "Hey, like there's this thing that I want to go to. Doors close at 8." And I'm like, "What? Doors close at 8 on a Friday night? Like, that's kind of weird." And she's like, "Yeah, like how are you in like public like scenarios? Like do you need a couple drinks before? Is there anything I need to know that you're uncomfortable with?" And I'm like, "No. I mean, I'll have like a couple drinks and then I'll be loosey goosey, you know." And then she's like, "Okay, yeah, me too." And I was like,
Stop
"Okay."
you? Can I
Yeah.
stop you? Did this not ring any fucking alarm bells? Like what? What
Yeah,
is this
dude.
line of questioning?
I
What
already
did you
got
think
red
was gonna
flags.
happen?
Well, I don't know, 'cause, like-
uncomfortable right now. Like I'm
Well, because like we're just
uncomfortable
talking, right? We have like small talk, and then
That's not small talk.
bro,
What makes
yeah.
you
She said-
uncomfortable? Do you need to get drunk before we
Well, yeah, she's like,
She said,
Okay,
listen, she
but I
said,
get
she
it,
said
though.
the doors close at 8. I would be thinking that she's about to murder me. That is literally what
Well,
be going
honestly,
through my
she
mind.
was
I was
like-
probably
she's like, do you get embarrassed easily, or are you shy in any regard? And my first guess was like, oh, okay, it's a karaoke date. Like she wants to take me to karaoke. And
You're
I was like,
such a golden retriever.
Oh my god.
Was she?
Dude, and I'm
Why
like-
did you think that,
my
dude?
God, oh.
well, think about it. Even like, okay, it's either karaoke.
You
or
didn't
dancing.
think about it. We're thinking about it.
Okay, so I thought it was like dancing. I was like, okay, I can't really like do any like physical things right now. I just had surgery. And so I was like, it's got to be karaoke then. Because like we were actually talking about this plan before we even met up. And I was like, okay, yeah, we'll go to the restaurant, get some drinks, and then we'll like maybe like leave. And so but yeah, I swear I thought it was karaoke. I was like, okay, like I was like, can I guess? She's like, yeah. And I was like, karaoke? And she started like smiling. And I was like, okay, like fuck. I just spoiled it. Like, damn it. Like it was fun. Like I've done karaoke before. It's a great time, you know. I was like, it's kind of weird. Like I think doors close at 8. Like is that like the deadline? Like you gotta like get in, so then like you can't make any reservations or whatever. So I was like, all right. So then we go, and it's literally like 2-minute drive like from the restaurant that we were at, and I was like, oh shit, like this is like really close. That's kind of weird. And I was driving, and she was GPSing, and I'm driving into this like neighborhood, like suburban area, and I'm like, okay, this is kind of weird. There's just like houses, like there's no buildings. Like, what the fuck are we doing here? And at that point, I was getting a little bit worried because I was like,
Yeah.
okay, this is a little sketch. I don't know where I'm at. It's just a bunch of like, I mean, it's a nice like middle class suburban, like, you know, like bunch of nice houses. And then there's and so, okay, I am so naive. My next guess, she had trouble finding the house. And then there's a house that had like purple and green lights outside. And then I was like, oh, it's one of those events where like these rich people, they host like an art gallery at their house. Like they're so rich that they just like have these events. And I was like, okay, so she wants me to bring me to like an art gallery thing, you know? And I was like, okay, like that's kind of cool actually. I've never done that before. And so like we walk into this house, and then we walk in, and all of a sudden, like everyone's there. I thought I was getting pranked because everyone's like, They made it. I was like, what the fuck? Like, do they don't know me, obviously, but they might know her. And I was like, oh, they're her friends. Oh, I'm getting pranked. Like, this is a house party. Because, like, literally everyone's, like, on the couch area. Some people in the kitchen. There's, like, food. Like, you know, like, just, like, catering and drinks and punch and stuff.
Wait, hold on. I have a question. How old is she? Is she, like, similar to your age, or is she older? And I guess, how old are you?
I'm 28.
Okay, so is she a lot older or no?
Actually, let me see if I can pull up the match again. Oh, I can. Okay. Dude, I even have a photo of her. She's 28.
It's your age.
Yeah, so she's an RN. Yo, can I show her face? Or is that
that wouldn't be. Let's not do that.
You can show us her face. We can cut it out.
Okay.
Yeah, let's see it real quick.
All right. So it's not totally a bad idea, you know? Let's see, your phone is like ready? So like
That's her pussy.
Okay.
Damn,
Okay, I get it. I
Yeah.
understand now. I understand.
Too bad.
I get why you know,
Too bad, bro.
doors closed today. That's all right. I'll
yeah,
buy
dude,
it.
I was like, hell
Okay.
yeah. And
Too
so, all right. Anyways, we go. So like the party is like, so I thought it was like a house party, and I thought like she was in on this, and I thought she knew these people, and like then she's like, oh, I have to pee. Like I'll be right back. I was like, okay. I look to my left towards the kitchen, and I just see like this. I see this guy with these two girls, and he's just flirting with them, and they're like really into him, and they're talking. One of them was just wearing a G-string, and I was like, oh, okay, I guess there's like a pool party. I don't know. The other one was topless, and I was like, holy shit, like that's some boobs right there. Like, boob. I looked, and I was like, oh, what the
That's
fuck?
such a risque player reaction.
Like, I was like, yo,
Boobs, right?
There's some boobs
I
right
was
there.
like,
Wow.
damn.
That
because
shit.
I was like, what the hell? Like, what kind of
What's
party
the
is
drop rate
this?
on that?
And then like all of a sudden, like I get put in like in a mode of like, okay, I'm like at ASU again. Like this is a college party. Like this is like a frat party or something.
You still
Okay.
didn't know what you were at?
I had no idea. I had no idea. And everyone like was sitting at the couch, like looking at something. And I was like, oh, they're probably on the couch, like watching a movie or watching TV or something. And then so she gets back, right? And then I go to the bathroom and I gotta pee. I come back out. I look back at the kitchen with where the guy's at. The dude is getting a double blowjob from these two girls now. And I'm like, holy shit, that's a real penis. That's a nice penis. And I'm like, damn, dude, like
First Iron Man, bro. What the hell, dude?
I was like, wow, like dude, a double blowjob, like real life, like, dude, it was like real life VR porn. I'm like, yo, what the fuck? Like, damn, dude, I wanted to high five the guy. I was like, I want to like walk past him and get like some punch and like just high five him, dude. I'm like, holy
It's a
shit.
W, yeah.
Like,
Smack
you
his
know?
ass, be like, yeah,
Yeah.
nice one,
You
Chad.
know?
You got it.
And so then I was like, okay, like that's a pretty cool. Let's go to the couch, let's sit down on the couch and like, I guess socialize inside of people. So they're not watching TV. There actually is no TV screen. It's a big wooden X, and this girl is strapped to it backwards, so her butt is like towards the couch, right? And this guy is like flogging her, like lightly flogging her, and I was like, what the fuck is this, dude? Like as if she was like a horse or something, like using a whip, like this weird like whip thing with multiple tacets, and I'm like, what the fuck is this?
Bro,
like this is like this is a cult now. Like this is witchcraft. Like what the? It's an X. I never seen an X fucking wooden stake before. Like, geez, this is like the Antichrist. Or like, I'm like, what the? And people are watching, and everyone's in their bikinis because it's like a pool party, and it was wild. And then there's like another mounting thing where like this other girl was like strapped to, and there's like that, like the what do you call it? That vibrator that every girl has. Like it's one that like. It's like
Hitachi?
Magic wand to Hitachi.
yeah, the wand. Like there's a wand that's mounted at the bottom base of the stand, and so she's strapped, and so the wand is like right there, like vibrating like constantly, and she can't even move. And then she had like a guy and a girl like kissing her and like all like touching her everywhere. I was like, what the fuck? Like that's pretty crazy. And then
Did you
but yeah.
still not know where you're at this point?
Oh, at that point, at the moment that I saw that red X, or not the red X, but the wooden X and the flogging, I was like, this is like okay, this is like a BDSM type of like swingers party, because we made friends. Like there's like this older married couple, and like this dude looks like Canute, you know? He's like just jacked, and like his wife is like in her 40s, you know, like she's not really that. She's okay, but they're just kind of hanging out, and they're like talking to us. They're like, "Oh, hey, you know, is it like your first time?" And we're both were like, "Yeah." And on our first date, and they're like, "What the fuck?" they're so surprised. I was like, "Yeah, new things for everything." And so
I know she
No
brought you on a
words.
first date to
Yeah.
a swingers party.
Yeah.
Like she didn't
You
tell you
didn't-
anything about this. That was just like,
Yeah,
she had no, so like she's never been to one. And the funny thing is that she got invited by a Bumble match of a month ago. But the Bumble match, he ended up getting a girlfriend, but he invited her to this party, and so she still wanted to go. And the guy was there. And like the guy was there, and like he didn't even say hi to her. Like he was kind of.
I feel so uncomfortable right now.
He was like very friendly, and like it wasn't like awkward at all. I mean, I didn't really care, right? I was like, oh, the dude's there, like they matched, like no big deal. And he looked like this hippie guy, like straight up hippie dude. And he was like, yo, like said hi to me and this and that. He ended up leaving early, but that's how she got in on it. And then like she invited me, and so we told that to like this married couple. And they talk about how like it's like an organization. Like there's like a website you go to sign up, and there's probably like a group chat where they organize like who's gonna bring food and drinks. They were there since 12 in the afternoon. Like they had a full like fledged like pool party. They brought lunch. They had catering for lunch and dinner. It's like a whole day thing of like sexual stuff. And I'm like, damn, like I need my preserve on. I don't know how I could like hang around that long just doing like random like sexual
Bro.
stuff.
Okay, I have so many things in
I
my
do
head.
too, dude.
I just want to ask, like, how long did you stay? Did you get your dick out at any point?
Okay, so I actually did not. I was like, okay, we were there.
Okay.
So we got there at 8 o'clock, like on the dot, and we were there till like 10, 11, maybe 12. They stay there till 3 in the morning. So we're like, what the fuck? And we thought we got there early. But yeah, we thought 8 o'clock was early, but they're like, no, we were here since 12. And so it's all like, it was like died down. And that was dying down. I was like, what? And they're like, yeah, it's like a kickback now. I'm like, what the hell? So we went to the pool, and there was like this big inflatable thing in the pool. And there was like a threesome happening on this inflatable. And like me and her were like talking about like first date, small talk, like our family and shit like that. And I had this girl in the background moaning off her tits, dude. Like straight porn moaning. And I couldn't even talk. I was like losing my train of thought. I was like, yeah, so you know, back I have like a younger wait, I can't even hold on. I'm so distracted right now. I can't even I lost my thought. Jesus Christ, she's like actually moaning. And I was like, damn. And like this guy and this girl are like going at it with this other girl and like driving her crazy. And then a guy shows up and it's like, oh, hey, babe. And then it's like a foursome. And I'm like, I can't even talk straight. Like I was stuttering, dude. I was like, this girl is just moaning so much. And I was like, we should probably like move inside because otherwise, like I was getting so erected. I was getting so hard. I was like, this is ridiculous.
That was gonna be a question. I was gonna ask if you popped a boner. Yeah.
Bro, I popped like 4 boners, like the whole thing, dude. I was like, it was funny because like people were like half naked, right? So like me walking around the boner, I felt included. Like I felt like not the odd one out, you know? Like I was like, this is okay. Like everyone's very accepting, you know? Like I just full-fledged boner in public, walking around, getting a sandwich, getting some fruit punch, and like it was crazy. And so she wanted to take me to the pool because she was actually down to like do stuff on the inflatable, but because it was taken, she was like, yeah, like we couldn't really do anything. And I was like, you were down to do stuff? I'm like, oh shit.
He took you to a fucking sex party.
Dude, why didn't you just take her? You should have just took her in. There's so many there's so much square footage. Why the pool? You should have threw her on the fucking concrete and got after it, daddy. What are we doing?
Yeah, her story's gonna be like, I took a dude to a swingers party and we didn't fuck. Like,
yeah.
Wait, so you did not fuck her. So like, what's the end of this story? Like, what happened?
Yeah, that's a good point. Go ahead.
Wait, who said I didn't fuck her?
Okay.
went to my
Okay.
All not gonna go to a swingers party, get blue balled out of my mind just to not have sex, dude. Fuck that, man. Are you kidding
That's
me?
what I was gonna say. Like, there's so much square footage there. If you're not gonna, you gotta use. I'm sure you
Well,
are. You're
there's, like-
resourceful. I'm sure you figured it out.
Oh yeah, but there's like this house was huge. They had so many rooms, and so it was almost like a guessing game of like which one is being occupied, which one is not, and like you don't really know.
There were seven people fucking there.
Dude, yeah, like the bathroom is like 50-50. Like you gotta get at a good window to use it because sometimes like things are happening in there. And like there's one bedroom that was like door was open, a dude was going down on a girl, and I was like, what the hell? Like you could probably just join in, I think, and they wouldn't be mad.
Olive, I'm gonna be there.
Fuck.
I'm going to be in Arizona on the 3rd and I have a couple days. I want to go, dude. Please take me.
So the married
Please
couple,
take me. And take Tasty too.
Yeah,
we're going to fuck each other.
We'll go to a sex party. We'll go to a sex party. All right,
dude.
Pop and his wife could cheer us on.
Yeah, no, we're staying in the hotel.
Just eating popcorn.
I'm staying in the hotel, bro.
You guys want to vlog it for us? I feel like we could do it good.
I will vlog the sex party 100%.
You know, I'm not sure if we could put it on, YouTube, but I'm sure you can, somehow distribute
Everything
it.
just blurred. The whole thing is blurred.
Everything out.
A director's cut on our Patreon.
All I can imagine, dude, is Olive just like, yeah, this is where I grew up. Yeah, this is what I do for work. It just it's in the background. Someone just getting fucking collabed.
Just hearing like the water splashing. I was like, like I just kept turning back to the store not to look.
Bro. Like
But dude, imagine us three pulling up in our like mankinis to a sex.
I'm down, dude.
I've got the Borat mankini. I can take it.
I'll wear this robe right here. This will be fun.
Don't wear the robe. Don't wear the robe.
Dude, so this married couple. What?
No, you go ahead.
So like the married couple exchanged phone numbers with the girl, and they're like, yeah, if you have any questions, if you needed to know like the next event, because they said the Christmas party was like 10 times better. Like it was like
the Christmas party, bro.
And like they do this like it's very common, like very like frequent, and like they'll just plan these like parties. I was like, what the fuck?
Christmas party.
Yeah, they said that one was like super crazy, and this one was like more chill. And I don't know how this one was chill. Like I was like mind blown at this one. So I can only imagine. But yeah, so like they're down to like invite again.
What about the girl though? How did it end? Like how did you
Yeah. All right. So like we're like talking, right? And she's like, yeah, so like would you like ever partake in this? I was like, yeah, I would. I was like, I wouldn't want to be the center of attention, but like, I can like fuck in a corner, like, yeah. I wouldn't want to be like on the, like on
some
the X,
gremlin
like,
shit.
Dude, I don't want to be on the X, and like,
I do.
I don't know, man.
Bro, being flagellated.
Bro, at TwitchCon, let's do that. At the base mansion, we put an X in the middle, tie Olive up in there, just fucking like this.
With Olive,
just Olive butt ass naked when the entire party walks in. We're just flogging him, like
The entrance ticket is you have to flog Olive. That's the only way we'll let you in, bro.
Oh my god.
Just bare red ass cheeks,
Dude. Okay. What the fuck?
I know.
Wait, he didn't. I don't think. Did he finish the story?
Yeah. So
What's the resolution?
We're talking, and like she was like, "Yeah, would you be down to do anything?" And I was like, "Yeah, like I'll be down to do stuff." Like, I think right now it'd be more like just kind of like watching, kind of like taking it all in and like embracing what I'm going through. Like I couldn't even like process mentally process what was happening, And I was like, and being out of my like comfort zone, I was like, I don't know if I can even like perform or even like I was at the beginning, I wasn't even like hard. I was like, whoa, like this is like crazy,
I'll take a
Then after a while, you just can't like you literally like start reacting. But so after that, like it's like midnight, people are kind of leaving, and some people are just still hanging out and stuff. Like this one couple, they just showed up like late, like around like 10 o'clock. It was like this like Asian couple, and like they sat at the pool where we were sitting by, and like she just starts blowing him. And like then there's like another guy that like walks up to them and just like stands there just watching. And it's like that's like normal. And I'm like, what the fuck? And like that dude is kind of weird to just be like just watching them like just so close. Just he's like examining them, like analyzing, like, okay, all right, good throat. All right, not bad. Like, what the fuck is this? Like, I don't even like. That's why the part of me is like, I don't know if I want to do anything in public because I don't want some guy like fucking pulling out his notepad. Like, all right, let's see how he performs. Like, all right, I guess he could do some more hip thrust, more hip movement. You know.
Like, would you rather have that, or would you rather have them start jerking off just watching you?
Well, oh yeah, that'd be. Kind of weird.
I have a question. I do have a question. These people, like, in your opinion, like in general, like, are these like? To you, like, these is this like a big group of like attractive people, you think, or is there some weirdos there? Like, how do they kind of vet that? Because like, often, you know,
it was a good balance. Like, there was like these like young girls that are like in their like I would say old 20s, like early 30s, like early 20s. I would say like 20. The youngest, I'd say 23, 25. The youngest. And like they're like
super young, but around our age,
extremely horny, and like they're like a lot of girl on girl action. And I was like, whoa. And like there was like some 30-year-olds, there's some like 40-year-olds. Like this hot mom had like insane like fake boobs, like they were just like balloons, like perfectly like circular, and like the bikini wasn't even covering like half of it. And I was just like, nice. Started clapping it. Nice. All right. But like still back to the guy like watching this like blowjob. Like I imagine like getting backseated in real life about like a sexual thing. Like you know?
That'd be a little weird.
Okay.
Like, what the fuck?
How did you feel about your own penis in front of all of those other penises?
Honestly, I felt okay. I felt fine. There was like there's a like a balance between like, you know, impressive and not so impressive ones. And I was like, you know what? I think I'd be in the middle. Like
all dicks are beautiful.
Exactly. I was like, you know,
there's no shame in this place.
That's why I was like, literally, like if you like just pop like a boner, if you were like if she like went down on me or whatever, I'd be fine. I'd be like, all right, like I'm not here to like impress anyone, you know, I'm just having a good time. So yeah. And so anyways, we were talking about that, and then we ended up leaving because like I think it was just dying down even more. We just went to my place, and then we were watching a movie. I forgot which one it was, but then we started getting like rowdy.
Shrek 2, right?
And what?
I'm trying to figure out what movie you were watching.
Yeah, we're guessing the movie.
No idea. But yeah, she was like
Lion King.
But it was weird because like she explained to me that like so I don't know what, I think it was like after we had sex, she was like, yeah, I think we talked about like just different positions, different like kinks and all that, because we just got back from that party. And so, you know, anal got brought up, and she was like, no, I can't do anal. And I was like, oh, okay, no big deal. And like she was like, yeah, I have my asshole Botoxed because I have chronic because I had chronic constipation, so I had to get my asshole Botoxed. And I was like, oh, what the fuck? You can get that Botoxed? And I was like, I didn't notice the difference.
Why would she tell you that? I guess she took you to a swinger party.
I respect the openness of that girl.
Yeah,
I really do.
She's
I really respect that. She's laying on the table.
And so I was like, oh shit, like, okay. So she was chronically constipated, so she had that surgery done. And I'm like, and like I was hitting it from the back, right? And so I was able to like look at her asshole, and I was like, it looks completely normal. Like I couldn't even tell, like, you know, it was
maybe
Botox.
It was internal, like the inside.
Oh yeah, it might be internal. But yeah, and then I haven't like really seen her or talked to her since then, which was like.
Was the sex bad? How was the sex?
She's a fidgeter, which is kind of weird.
What does that mean?
What does that mean?
She's like
she busts out a fidget spinner mid-sex.
I need constant stimulation.
One sec, I'm distracted.
Yeah, but like she'll like spasm, like she'll like spasm if it like feels good. And I'm like, I can't really I can't do my thing if you keep like fidgeting, you know? Which I guess it's like a good thing, but like it was like a lot. You know,
can handle the olive hog is what it sounds like to me.
I don't know, but like that's the first time anyone's ever like fidgeted that much where I couldn't even like concentrate.
So it was like annoying to you.
Just be like a like funny story, but I'm fucking flabbergasted.
I am blown away.
Yeah. Like
Olive, this is the longest that we've all been so quiet, just like listening, because like
because like this.
I don't know how to respond to this. Like usually we can say some shit, but I'm just like
we should go back and make a montage of all of our faces reacting to that story.
That's a way to start it off right there. That's a way to
just look at that. Olive, when you first got there, and you realized what it was? Was there like a moment that you went back to the girl that brought you in and like reconvened with her and was like, what the, like, did you like, what was your reaction to her when you realized what the fuck it was?
Oh,
Did you say anything to
yeah.
her?
Okay, yeah. So like we walked in, right, and then like everyone's like, "Hey," and then she's like, "Oh, do you know what this is?" And I was like, "A party?" And like she kept looking at me. Yeah, she kept looking at me for like a face reaction. And then when I turned to my left, and I saw like the black dude with the two girls. I was like, "Oh, I know where I'm at now." And then she's like, "Yeah." I was like, "Okay, like damn, like all right." And I thought she was a freak. I was like, "This is gonna be the kinkiest sex of my life. I'm gonna get a threesome." Dude, I was sitting there on the couch, and I was like literally like analyzing my life. I was like, am I gonna get a threesome tonight? Like, holy shit, is this actually gonna happen? And I was just like started contemplating the possibility. And I'm like, there's girls on guys, there's guys on girls. I was like, dude, this is probably the best chance I'll ever in my entire life have a threesome with a first date girl, and she was bi, so like she's down for that too. And I'm like, holy shit. Holy shit.
Okay, so how did you play your cards so wrong though?
I don't know. I mean, just like
got laid.
He
got it.
Well, think about it, because I don't even know the girl.
He pushed.
Like I don't even know if we're gonna be sexually compatible, you know. So I wish we would have went on a
She
second
took you to a
date.
fucking swingers party, bro. What is
Listen. For an Iron Man, he did pretty good.
It's true. For a one defense Iron Man, that's the best it's ever been done. Like,
Yeah.
let's be real. You know?
Well, okay. Also, think about it though. Like, okay, if we would have had sex at least once, so I got to like know her, and then like the next date we go to a swingers party, then I'd be way more like, more open. Like I know how you are sexually.
I get
you know
that.
what I
You're
mean?
having to bag 2 girls
That's
instead
smart.
of 1.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like,
Yeah.
There's a whole lot of mental calculus
Yeah.
going on there.
Because like
Yeah.
you're
Yeah.
still processing the fact
Yeah, you're not
that
preparing
like she
for
took
it.
you to a swingers party for your first date as a surprise. Like that's you got to process all of that and then
Dude,
try to
yeah.
get like.
Yeah, and then I didn't know if it was a test. I was like, oh shit, this is a test about like loyalty. Like, am I Dude, bro, I literally thought I was getting tested. I was like, I didn't want to look at a girl because I was like, oh, is she looking at me? Like, is this really like?
I really don't like you.
Bro, I was like, holy shit! Like, I was like, I'm allowed to look because you invited me. Like, I have every right to look. And
You're
I thought,
righteously indignant in your own brain, bro.
bro, I was like, this is okay.
You're too much of a good guy. You're just a good guy. You know that,
Dude,
you know.
I hate to be like I don't want to fucking be like a mood killer, but like, what if a guy took a girl to a swingers party as a surprise on a first date? Like, how do you think she would react?
Oh, she'd be like, hell no.
Bro, I've been
That would
married
be
to Annie for 5 years. She would murder me, dude.
Yeah, like you get the cops called on you like that.
Yeah.
I'm surprised
like
she
this-
gambled that. I'm very surprised she gambled that.
Yeah.
Well, to bring a guy to a swingers party, like, which kind of guy is gonna like be gonna complain and like leave? You know?
I could think of a few.
Yeah.
Did you meet
Maybe
her on
more than
Tinder?
that, I
Did you
don't
say
know.
Tinder
I
is
could
where you
think
met
of
her?
a
She's actually on Bumble.
But I mean,
But,
yeah,
like-
Tinder, Bumble. I mean, crazier things have happened on those apps. I'm not too
Yeah,
That's true.
surprised.
That's true.
And the
yeah.
thing is about the whole threesome thing is that you also think about that. Like, this is a house full of like people, and I'm like, I'm not even qualified. Like, honestly, I think we broke the rules. I think we both did because we're not even qualified to go into a party. Because like, think about it. Everyone has to get tested. Everyone like so. There's a website, right? And I'm pretty sure you have to have a profile, and you get like registered, and then you have like proof that you're tested to be able to go to a party and like fuck everyone or anyone. You know?
That's
'Cause my
smart.
first
That's
thought is
safe. I
like,
that.
dude, if I get a threesome for the first time in my life to like another girl who has like something at a swingers party, that's fucked. You know? But
That's
then I was,
just- it's so crazy.
that's why I asked like this married couple. I was like, how does it work? Like, is everyone's got to be clean? But then 2 strangers showed up to a party, me and this girl. Who knows? Like, what if we had something and we show up and we're like fucking around?
That's kind of weird. You don't have to like show IDs or something again. You just fucking walked in like it was a party, just like, hey, what's up?
Yeah. And like, if we had something, we could have just spread, you know, like.
Well, to be fair, like, who's gonna come into just like a random neighborhood, and be like, hey, I'm just looking for a sex party, and just walk in and start fucking?
Well,
You know? It's like,
that's why they were
you have to be
asking.
invited to something like that.
Yeah, yeah, and that's why they asked like, how do you know about this and this and that? And then we were like, oh, it's like her ex match invited her.
Hex match.
Yeah.
I hate you so much.
I don't know how to call that. I was like, yeah. And so the dude, yeah, I was like, all right, but so I didn't even like talk to her. I mean, like she's a great girl, you know, like I don't mind, but she's a nurse. I'm like our schedules are so like, you know, realistically dateable, probably not. For fun, sure, you know. And I think she's a travel nurse. She's like a travel RN.
Oh,
so I'm
she's
like,
so rich
that's
then,
big.
dude.
That's big.
yeah.
Travel nurses make bank, dude.
Dude.
But
They're
I mean,
also
like
nuts,
she's
but they're also make bank.
Bro.
like she's in Arizona for like a year, like so it's like a 1-year contract. So she's in Arizona
That's
for
a
a year.
long one.
And then, well,
Yeah.
really?
Yeah, no, they're usually 13 weeks.
Oh shit.
Yeah, she's there for a while.
She might move, she might stay. And so at that point, like when we had drinks and she said that, I was like, I'm detached emotionally completely. Like now at this point, it's
Yeah.
just fun. It's completely just fun. And so that's why I'm like, I'm not really reaching out to
You
her.
didn't
like,
get that it was fun when you were at a sex party on the
well,
first
no,
date?
this is at the- this
That
is-
was before. That was
this
before the sex party.
I was
I
before.
turned to,
Okay,
to
okay,
get some
okay.
drinks, you know. I was like, oh, let's
I
you
thought
know.
you-
have some-
okay, I forgot.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
forgot
yeah.
about that before.
And so she reached out to me. She was like, hey, like let me know. She was like in Mexico, and she was like, let me know when you're free. We can go to a sex club. And I was like, oh shit, like all right, like I'll let you know. So we'll see what happens. Part 2.
Well,
Wait,
okay,
is
I
Max
think-
gonna meet this girl?
Dude, he
Wait,
could.
am I meeting this girl?
You
Is she
could
taking
totally-
me to a sex party? I'm afraid.
we should
I
go
gotta
to
get
Wait,
some-
you're
I
going
gotta
to
get
sex?
some Blue Chew,
What'd you
bro.
say you were going to? You said
We're going to
sex
Killer
club?
Whale Sex Club, which is like a bar.
Okay, but
Yeah,
no, you're not
yeah,
going with
yeah.
that girl.
You're not going to a real
No,
sex club.
no,
You're going
it's
to a
not
bar.
a real sex club. It's just a bar.
Yeah.
Okay.
We might
Dude,
have
so-
sex after. I don't know, but
Yeah, the bar that I went that I got confused, it was like Black Magic. It's actually a brand new like heavy metal bar, but they serve like amazing drinks. It's like they just opened like 2 months ago, and it's like on the same street as like First Friday, like on Roosevelt. And
yeah.
that's like that snap where I had like that llama drink where it was like just a drink inside like a glass llama, like glass jar llama, and I was like, oh shit, this is like fancy.
That was Black Magic.
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
I recommend it.
All right, so then at the party, what was the closest you got to having sex, or like something of that degree? Like, did you get?
I
Was
would've
there
been-
was there like any point where you were like next to some other chick or that chick or I don't know?
It was like we went to the pool because like she was already like making a move to like do something at the pool. Because at that point I'm like, I mean, on a first date, it's kind of to make any moves or to try anything. I was like, I just wait on them to like if they're in the mood for it, like all right. Because I have no expectations on a first date, you know. Like I assume to never get laid on a first date, and I get laid more by doing that, you know. And so I was like, yeah. And so so yeah, it would have been the pool. But like, there's times where like I went to the kitchen and this girl's just completely naked, like standing right next to me. But I just don't know. Like, there's got to be such a crazy like communication connection with everyone where like if you made a move. They'd be like, you know, they have like their safe word or something. Dude, a guy would walk by and like grab that girl's butt and like just to like grab it. And like he would just walk away. And I don't know if they know each other. I don't know if they're strangers to each other, but I didn't know how comfortable I could get with random people. You know what I mean?
It sounds like there's a learning curve.
It's a huge learning curve. And so I was like, okay, if I get invited to another swingers party by the married couple, and I see some familiar faces, then maybe I'd be more comfortable with like just doing something brazy and like, I don't know, going for something, right? Because like you've already seen them, they've already seen you, and then that's probably where the threesomes happen. That's where like I don't know things.
I just have a vision. Go ahead.
I was gonna say these sex parties are actually more common than you'd think. Like I will not name any names, but I like some of my more affluent friends who live in Vegas. It's a big scene. Every weekend, like every Sunday or something like that, there are masquerade sex parties. Everyone wears masks. And you go in and you fuck.
Some like Eyes Wide Shut type shit, or
I don't know what that is, but sure.
Have you been?
Tom Cruise?
No,
Nicole
I've
Kidman?
never been. I probably would go for the experience, but like, it's just the way they describe it to me. Like they just fuck.
Yeah, the married
Bunch of
couple.
fucking.
Yeah, they were telling us that it's a huge thing in Scottsdale. Like it's
Yeah,
it's
for
like a community, and the crazy thing is everyone's so friendly. It's just like they're
I would
so
hope so.
friendly. The dude's
It'd be
dick
weird
is
if
out.
they
He's
were
like, hey
mean to
man,
each
like you
other.
want some food? Like there's we got leftover catering, we have barbecue, we have this and that, and his dick is just hanging out. And I'm like looking at him.
Chick-fil-A
Look,
here, man.
bro,
Come
like, they had
on.
everything.
Dude.
He had
Got
like it
some
was like a
sauce on the boys.
potluck. It was a pot. Like, they had like all kinds of alcohol. They had bottles of free alcohol. Like you could just drink whatever you wanted. They had like 2 punches, and I was like, dude, I wanted to shake the guy's hand, but I was like, I'm gonna actually shaking his penis. You know, like, oh, dude, thank you so much.
Shake your dick.
Like what the fuck, man?
My vision is all of us, like just like the core of the base. A lot of us, like we just show up to one of these parties, just absolutely just in full demon time, and
I'd
just
go.
fucking. I would, dude. It would be so much
Yeah.
fun.
Oh,
I would
One
pick
girl,
up butt ass
like,
naked Uniques and be like, somebody
You would
fuck
fuck
him.
for him, dude. You would
Somebody
literally
fuck
fuck
this
for him,
guy.
Bro,
bro.
I was thinking it would actually be such good conditioning though to like help yourself not bust fast, because I feel like you would just fuck so much that you would just build dexterity.
Totally.
Maybe that's the wrong word.
So it's like a training session, you know? That's what it is. It's training.
It was happening since
It
12 in
is.
the afternoon. So let's say you bust early, like you can cool down and go again, like
Yeah,
at 2
you're good.
p.m. You know?
Yeah.
Well, you gotta get that first nut out the way, because that second nut's like a
Oh,
super
yeah.
nut, you know. And then
Oh, yeah.
if you make it to third nut, bro, like you're
not even-
solid.
you're
You know
gonna
what I
have
mean?
You gotta pull out, bro.
How do we not find a swinger party in Vegas? You know?
I mean,
Out of all
It
places.
really
TwitchCon.
look, to be fair.
What if we throw one?
We are. What do you mean?
That's
I mean, yeah, honestly,
that's literally
there's,
what.
you know, like the compound is like it has sex vibes for sure.
There will
This
be
man
some
is
way
it looks.
certainly.
Dude,
There's
the
definitely some
base
sex
compound
vibes.
has
There's some
total
sex.
orgy vibes,
We
dude.
literally can have a bonfire out there. We can hang up a big fucking X, like whatever we need to do. Like we can make it happen for sure. And
I'm a
I
fan
will
of the
be,
X
I will
idea.
definitely like, I'll get the leather fucking vest with the fucking mask. I'll just be standing out there with the whip, and whoever wants to get up there,
I
like,
picture just like Seth standing there
it'd be-
butt ass naked with the leather vest and a whip in one hand, just like, hey boys,
ready,
welcome
dude.
to the base mansion.
Yeah.
I'm ready, man.
Dude,
I can,
Compound.
Oh my god.
There's this new show on Netflix that I just watched. This is so crazy that just happened. There's a show on Netflix called like How to Build a Sex Room or something like that.
Oh, I
And-
saw that.
Dude, the first episode, I had to look it up because the first episode's all about this fucking cross that what's his face was just all it was just talking about, dude.
The sex cross.
Yeah, it's called St. Andrew's Cross, and I know exactly what he's talking about. Dude, that thing, it's so crazy. Oh my god.
So it's an X or is it like an
Yeah,
actual?
no, it's an
like,
X, but it's called St. Andrew's Cross. I just googled it just to make sure, but yeah, yeah.
What did
It's-
St. Andrew do to
St.
get it?
Andrews? It's even like a religious name. Like, what the fuck?
Is it sacrilegious? Is
It's
that
a
how it works? Like,
sacrilegious
is it?
activity, that's for
Oh
sure.
my god.
I mean, what
Yeah.
she's doing on that X.
He was
yeah,
he
certainly.
was talking about the Christmas party. I don't know how religious based that probably was. It was
Yeah, definitely not.
the giving was
Sunday
a
service.
little more sinister.
Dude, how hard
Damn.
how hard was it to like look at people's eyes when you were talking to them?
Oh, it was so hard. I mean, I think I'm already used to that because like just staying home all day streaming and like playing RuneScape. That I'm already like used to that, like not keeping eye contact for too long because I'm like, oh, what the fuck. But now it was even worse because like girls are like half naked, guys are like also naked, and I'm like, oh shit, like let me like look at the wall right now. Like I don't know if I can like keep like, talking to you. I can't even take it seriously, you know.
Like-
and then like I'll talk to a girl and I was like, oh shit, like I'm getting hard. Oh fuck. But then I'm like, oh wait, it's okay. Like she's probably used to it, you know.
Yeah,
I don't know.
for sure.
But it
I
was
know
it
you're,
was
like,
it was
getting
such a
weird.
such a
So
weird
crazy.
sensational experience to like just jump into and be like, whoa, like what the fuck, you know?
Are you glad you experienced it?
Oh yeah, 100%. Like that's definitely one for the books for like a first date. And I thought,
Don't bring. Oh, I thought you meant to like bring up on the next first date. I was like, don't tell the next girl that.
I've already
Like,
done.
don't lead with that.
Yeah,
That's
she's
a
not gonna
good-
be able to
we-
she's
we-
really
we-
confident.
But it
That's
has,
a
it has
good-
been brought up before. Like we
Yeah,
talked
okay,
about,
that's
like,
fair, that's fair.
Yeah.
Like one of the hinge prompts is like, what's your best first date or like what's your worst first
Worst
date
first
experience?
date.
Like you could just like you could put that in there. My
Oh,
date
yeah.
took me to an unexpected swingers party. And then like, that's a great conversation starter.
And that's not even like
Yeah.
that's like one. I would say the craziest, but the
I could
second
take that,
craziest, you know.
actually. Thanks.
Because like my first craziest first date happened like recently too. Like I was in Seattle before I moved, and this girl took me to a an open field during the daytime, like haunted insane asylum where they like raised cattle back in the 1700s, and they
Like
had like
urban exploring.
yeah,
Oh, that's sick.
Dude,
That's super cool.
she goes there every day after work to walk her dog, to a haunted fucking like this haunted like area with like these buildings that were like super old, and they're like, yeah, like we walked into this like place, and they're like, yeah, this is the building where they would like raise cattle, and it was like all broken down. There's graffiti and all this. I was like, holy shit. And at first I was like, I didn't know where I was going. I was like, she was driving. I was like, yeah, surprise me. She's like, you don't want me to spoil it to you? I was like, no. I was like, what's the worst that I could be, you know? And
Do you
then
not
she
make
told me that-
plans? Sorry, Olive. Like, do you not make plans when you go for a date? Like, oh, we're gonna get dinner at this place and just chill out
some
here.
Sigma male
You're just
shit.
like,
He's
oh
you
yeah,
know,
let's just
take
fucking.
me out.
Bro,
Yeah, just take me out
I
wherever
was
you
like,
want.
oh shit, like this is refreshing, you know? Like she's taking me out, like all right. But like I had to drive like an hour to like Arlington. It's like North Washington, and it's in the middle of nowhere. And I was like, usually my radius is like 30 minutes, you know, before I like even within 30 minutes. But I was like an hour. But she was really cute, and I was like, all right, fine. And so I drive all the way over there, and then so the plan was to go to a restaurant over there and like eat, but she's like, I want to show you this place. And so we start walking around, like it's like a trail. We start walking, and we were in this cattle building, and I was like, okay. At first when she told me, I was like, you know what, fuck this, I'm turning around. Like I'm already freaked out as it is to like watch like haunted, demonic shit, you know, like movies. And I get like, it takes me like 2 hours to cool down from that. But to actually be in a haunted place, I was like, oh hell no, like fuck that shit. But anyways, I finally I was like, all right, fine, we'll check it out. The good thing is during the day. If it was at night, I'd been like, fuck no, like I'm turning around, like bye.
I'm in a weird place to take a first date.
Yeah, and I'm like, okay, so we're in this cattle building, and I was like, has anything like happened? And she's like, well, yeah. I'm like, what the fuck? What do you mean something's happened in this building? She's like, yeah. I'm like, oh fuck. And like, dude, I was literally getting goosebumps like the whole time. And I'm like, dude, it's 200 IQ that a girl takes a guy to a place out of like his comfort, because the guy can't even work his magic. You know, he has no game in an uncomfortable situation. I was latched onto her, dude. I was like, yo, what the fuck? I was so, bro, I was at goosebumps, bro. I was like, I couldn't like flirt. I couldn't say anything cute. I was like, yo, okay, what's this room? Like, oh shit, man. Like, damn, that graffiti over there, dude. Like, oh no, you know, I was so spooked. And so she was like, yeah, something happened in this building. I was like, what the fuck happened? And she's like, yeah, back in high school, me and my friends would go and this and that. And it was during Halloween, and so we went to that cattle building, and when she walked inside, she was like, yeah, like, you know, like spirits, they like to mess with technology, yada yada yada. And my phone was at 65% battery, but it like turned off, and I was like, okay. And then she's like, when I walked out of the building, it turned back on again, and I was like, it must be a glitch, you know. I was like, you know, okay, fine. Dude,
Go ahead.
bro. And then she walked back in the building and it turned off again. And I was like, happened twice. And then she walked out and it turned on again. So
Is this like a horoscope girl?
Yeah, I was gonna say, is she like an
Yeah.
astrology crystal girl?
Yeah. No, she was into astrology. I remember that.
Did you have sex with this girl too?
Yeah.
God, you're such.
Into the freaky freaks,
Honestly,
bro.
Bro, I mean, I had to
This is
explore
Sigma
it.
male.
Giga
Yeah,
Chad.
girls take him out. Like, what? How do you? Let me ask you this: for men everywhere listening, like, how do you get a girl to take you out? Because like,
Yeah, how did
I have
you
never
swing
had a
that?
girl just be like,
Yeah.
I'm taking you
I've
out.
never had a girl
Yeah.
offer to do that or anything close
Never.
to
Yeah,
it.
not
How did you
once.
do that?
Yeah.
Yeah. We're here for the fucking. We're here
What?
to learn. Well, go
Okay,
ahead.
so
Yeah.
I just like
I gotta make the plans. I gotta spend the money, bro. How
Exactly.
the fuck do you do it?
Always, do you? Tell us.
I either play really dumb or like I'm just very curious about what they do. So she goes on walks every day, and I was like, oh, like you should show me this trail that you go
Hey
on.
babe, I also walk.
Yeah, I was like, you should
I
just show me
walk
this
with her
trail,
once.
like, you know, like it's not really hiking, but I was like, I'm down to check it out. She's like, yeah, I'll show you. And I was like, oh, okay, cool. And then that's like she spent no money on that, right? Like she just took me to this trail, we walked around, but then we went to the restaurant afterwards and got like chicken tenders, and like I paid for it and whatnot. So like that was like my portion of the date. But I was like, okay with that. But yeah, sometimes like, especially now I moved to Arizona, I'm like, oh, like it's been 5 years. I forgot like where everything's at. Like all this new stuff is here. Like what's your like go-to restaurant? Or, like what's your go-to place? And then like, oh, like let's go here. I'll show you. And like, yeah.
So you're pretty much like you get what you figure out what they like, and then you're like, well, show me. That's
Pretty
your
much.
play.
Yeah, I'd be like, hey, like I just moved.
That's
like,
very.
That's actually
good.
yeah,
That's good.
yeah. I might try.
or like
Damn.
Seattle too. Like
All
Seattle,
got
I was
game.
like, But
He does.
Right?
Olive
I was
has
just like,
game,
goddamn.
dude.
But dude, it's
Olive
so-
has
but it-
bitches confirmed.
but it's just-
I've seen Olive's spit game, bro. I've seen
saw- I
Bro,
think we
ladies
saw that
I
in
know.
person, bro.
Olive's the
latched
fucking.
onto Olive,
He almost
bro.
stole that guy's girl. You gotta talk about that.
His
in
wife,
Vegas, dude.
bro.
His,
Yeah,
he stole
we
the
saw
wife.
That's worse.
that
His
up.
wife.
Olive
Fucking
spit
from a
game
Chad,
at
too.
married
Like,
lady.
this guy was
No,
3
it's
times your
seriously, but
size.
it comes from such a genuine place, though, because it's like
That's the only reason it works.
Yeah.
Because I moved to Seattle and I was like, oh, I'm from Arizona. Like I have no idea how Seattle is, and so people would show me around. I was like, they show me like this this Red Star taco place and like these gay bars and stuff. I was like, oh shit, But yeah,
It's
But
like
dude,
genuinely
who is it-
hard to fake that
You can't fake
because
it.
because I've definitely been at the time like, okay, I gotta pretend like I care about what this chick is saying to have a conversation with her, and it's like it comes off pretty easily. You can tell, and I'm just like, yeah. Oh, your sister? Oh, she sounds awesome. She's great. Is she hot, by the way? It's like,
Is
wait.
she hot, by the way?
and also the thing is like, I feel like a lot of like girls, they like assume that when a guy goes on a first date with them that they want sex, and I totally play it off like I'm not even expecting sex, like not even the slightest chance, and I'm totally okay. Like there's some dates where like it's just like dinner and drinks and dinner, and I'm like, all right, like that's great, I had a good time, and that's it. Other times it would be like near the end of a date, and she's like, all right, like I guess we should like wrap it up. I was like, all right, yeah, I guess I'll get going. And she's like, wait, like you're gonna go? And I was like, yeah, like I had a really good time. Like I think it was a great time. Yeah, I was like,
That's
it
so
was
base.
great.
Come
Yeah,
back
I was
here
like,
and give me
it was
that dick.
it was a great first date. I was like, I look forward to like the second one, And she's like, wait, you're not mad that you didn't get sex? I was like, oh no, I wasn't even thinking about it. Like I didn't want to assume. I was like, the audacity that for me to assume I was gonna have sex. And she's like, oh wait, come to bed. Like she's like, all right, I'll come over. Or like she's like, come over. I'm like, oh, what the heck? Like okay,
Holy dude.
Damn.
I was like,
Dubs, bro.
like-
Dubs on
like
everything.
dude, you passed like that window of like she like misjudged you, and then she's like, all right, like come over. And I'm like, oh shit.
Yeah.
All right.
To be fair, that's a very like healthy way to approach a date. I try to do the same.
Yeah.
It's less successful. I usually don't have sex, but like it's a great way to approach it because you're not
Working for
disappointed
you.
doing
You got
that, know?
you're obviously better at it. I mean, if you get you and Hamzy in the same like
Oh,
That could
dude,
be- that could
no
be
one's
bad.
wife is safe. I
Yeah,
would
yeah,
never
yeah.
bring a girl I was interested in to a place where Hamzy and Olive were. dude.
yeah, that
Yeah,
could be
no.
bad.
Wait, what's
years.
Hamzy's backstory?
He fucks wives.
Yeah, he fucks wives, girlfriends. You know,
Man,
no
it's
doesn't.
not even just like one. It's like multiple.
Everybody.
There's an S at the end of it. It's plural.
Dude, imagine if me and
Yeah.
Hamzy switch positions at the casino, talking to that wife.
Oh, no, dude.
All right, so then-
Oh no.
Hamzy
He would've-
definitely
we gotta,
walks away with the
get
wife.
into
Move to the
that.
casino
Yeah, we
story.
gotta
Let's
move
like-
to the casino
yeah.
story. Yeah.
We gotta talk because I don't know the story. I just remember like the guy just being super mad, and I'm just standing there like,
Okay.
holy shit.
Yeah, I was sitting on the other side of the roulette table. I'm like, we're about to save Olive's life in like 30 seconds. Like he's
So
about to
preface
get
this.
jumped.
This is we're in Vegas. This is the weekend that Based was in Vegas. We were having a little trip.
Vegas, yes sir.
Yeah, and this is in the casino. One of the nights for second night, third night, first night.
It's,
It was the
okay,
second night.
it was
Second
the
night.
night where you guys went to the Airbnb. Remember?
So the
Oh, that's the
last
last
night,
night.
That's the
because
night where
I was
Noble
with
got
the hooker
slapped.
and I came down and this was going on.
You were with a
Was
what?
That was before the third night. That was the
It
third
was,
day.
okay, it's got to be the night. It was definitely the night where Noble got slapped by Marsa and all that.
Okay.
Then
I
that,
don't remember.
then that
I don't
was
remember a
Guy
single
Savoy
fucking
night.
thing from
That was Guy
Vegas.
Savoy
Yeah.
night.
That was
'cause-
Yeah, yeah,
because the
yeah.
club was the night before.
yeah.
Yep.
Because we were trying to coordinate dinners, and so Tasty went to the Michelin restaurant, and then
All right.
me and Jake C split off because like we're like, oh, like are they gonna go get food? Like, but you guys went to the Airbnb to have food there, and I thought we were going to a restaurant. And so me and Jake C, like he wanted to get weed, and I was like, okay, it'll be quick, it'll be fast. It was not quick. We were gone for like 2 hours. We walked so fucking far to like this. It's like the biggest like weed store in Vegas, and he wanted to check it out. It's like a mall for weed.
That's
And I was like, oh, and he's like, yeah, what's it called?
I've been
was
there.
it?
I forget what it's called. I was there. Like I went to Vegas again after Based Vegas for
you're crazy. I
Yeah,
know
that
that
reasons.
place. Everyone said godforsaken city again, bro.
Yeah, fuck that place.
I remember
Yeah, a year
being
or two.
crazed by it. There was like there was literally like glass boxes everywhere with like things inside of like, oh yeah, exhibit 42. This is like if you want, and there's like hundreds of them just
Like a museum.
lying. It's like a fucking museum, bro. Think, you know, like the Varrock Museum, except that with weed.
Man.
That's crazy.
Yeah,
That,
so,
I
like,
wish we would. I'm jealous, bro.
Dude, we walked so fucking far, like crossing like red light, like not like we're like crossing like different crosswalks and stoplights and stuff. Like I was like Jake, like where the fuck are we going? And so we're walking, and all of a sudden like I hear like where there's like these bushes. There's a sidewalk, bunch of bushes, and behind there it's like an open area kind of thing, and like there's like these like, you know, like either homeless or like crackheads like there, and this guy was like yelling at like this chick, like yelling at her and like just being like very like just verbally abusive, right? And dude, and we walked by, and I was like, I gotta say something. Like, this is kind of weird. And so I was like, yo, like, are you okay? Like, everything's good? And the dude's like, yeah. He's like yelling. He's like, yeah. You know, like, turn around. What is it? He's like super aggressive. I was like, oh shit. But I was worried about the girl because like, what the fuck? Like, this is like, it sounded bad. And so I wanted to like bring it up to attention. So like, so he knows people are listening to him, and so maybe he'll cool down or get embarrassed that like people are hearing him. Because I was worried about the girl. Like, I don't know. And so. After he like shoot us off, he was still yelling at her, and I was like, okay, I'm gonna like investigate now, which is probably a really bad idea. And Jake's like, I don't know, man. I was like, oh, dude, like we're both super drunk, and I was like, nah, dude, I can't let her like leave her alone, you know, like, dude, he's gonna like do something, and like I have to like try to stop it or prevent it from happening. And so like I go around the bush, and it's like this, it's like a homeless like almost like area where like they like cut off branches so they can like live there, you know? And the guy was like yelling at her about like her talking to a guy or something. Like he was super jealous or whatever. And I was like, yo, is everything good? And he's like, yo, you better turn around or I'll like shank you. I forgot what the word he used, but Jake remembers. He's like, I'm about to like shank you or something like that. I was like, oh, what the fuck? Yo, we gotta turn. I never seen Jake turn around so fast and fucking. He fucking like used the house tap, bro. He used the house. He's like, yo. Like, he's like, yo, we gotta go. You know? And I was like, he turned around. And I was like, oh my god. And so, but I was like, who uses that word? I was like, he was like. It's not shank.
Somebody who's been to jail before.
Bro, it's just an S. But I was like, what the hell does that even mean?
Shiv you?
Like, yeah, he's like, I'm gonna shiv you or something like that. I'm like, what the fuck? Yeah. And but I mean, hopefully I saved the girl's night or something. I don't know, by just like making a scene, I guess, right? And anyway, so we're like walking back, and so at this point we finally get back to the casino, and I'm like, dude, where is the whole group? I don't know. And so he ends up getting an Uber to drive to the Airbnb, but I was like, I don't know if I want to do that because like what if they're gonna be on their way, you know? Like I have bad luck, I have like bad timing where me and Jake get on an Uber to your or to like Zoe's Airbnb, and then like no one's there, and then like fuck, at the Airbnb back. So I was like, I'm just gonna stay at the casino and like gamble and wait for them. So Jake goes, and you guys were there for a long time. And so I start like gambling, right? It's like me and this guy from like New Zealand, and like, dude, me and him were like best buds. Like we're just
I remember
gambling.
that guy. He was so awesome.
Dude, I wish I I wish I had his like I got his number. Like he was such a chill dude. He was talking about like New Zealand stuff and things like that. And we're both making money. We're both winning money at roulette. Like we were nonstop winning our numbers. We're high-fiving. We were getting tequila sunrises, and like, dude, it was the best time ever. And so like I was up $1,400, and I was like, oh shit, dude, like what the fuck? And so anytime I would win, I'd like pocket it, right? So like I don't even play with it. So I was legit profiting. And so then all of a sudden like this girl, this like lady shows up. And she's on the end table, right? The end table chair. And me and him are like, he's closer to her than I am. And so like she starts gambling, this and that. We start being social, and like we're all talking, and so we're all three of us are winning. So like all three of us winning, we were like more social, and we're all like, oh, you know, like celebrating. And then all of a sudden like her like guy, and it's like they're not even married. I think they're like just going on a date, like from like a dating app, like on Tinder. Because I remember telling, because like, so okay, so that's the context, right? And so the guy shows up, he's like, oh, like what are you guys like, you know, like what are you doing? Like looks like you're having a lot of fun over here. And the New Zealand guy was like kind of getting worried, and he was like big, he was like, you know, he was fit, right? And like I was like, wow, I don't know why this guy is scared. Like he's fine. And so he got sketched out by this angry dude, and so he ended up like the angry dude like walked away again, and the New Zealand's like, yo, you should switch seats with me. And I was like, wait, why? He's like, I don't know, man. Like, just switch seats. I was like, fuck. Like, okay, fine, I'll switch seats. And so I was like, do you see the angry guy anywhere? I was like, do you see the angry guy? He's like, no, I don't see him, but like, I'll look out for you. I was like, okay, man. I don't want to take me the wrong way. Like, I'm trying to like hit on his girl, because like I wasn't trying to. But then she kept talking to me, and she kept putting her hand on my arm, and like putting her arm around my shoulder. And I was like, oh, what the fuck, man? Like I'm just trying to win some money right now, you know? Like what the fuck? And I think her guy somehow saw. He's probably like looking from like far away. And he shows up again, and he's like, "Oh yeah, like look, it seems like you're getting awfully close with that guy over there. Like, you want to fuck him?" And she's like, "No, we're just having a good time, this and that." And he's like, "Oh, I'm gonna ask him. I bet he wants to fuck you." And then he walked up to me. He's like, "Do you want to fuck her?" And I was like, "No, man. I should have answered. I should have been like, no, I'm trying to fuck you, dude." And his reaction would be like, "No, man, I'm trying to fuck you." And like, bro, he would have like fucking like just talked to me. But I was like, I don't know what I said, but I was like, no, I'm not trying to like fuck her, this and that. But he's like, would you though? Would you? And like even the ladies that were at the roulette table that were giving us like they were rolling the dice or whatever, they were like just shaking their head like, okay, don't talk to him, don't. He's gonna get kicked out. He's had too much to drink, or whatever. And I'm like, what the fuck, man? And then that's when you guys showed up and like saved me. But it was crazy. Dude, and I was at 1,400, and then Mofo, he drops $100 chip on the table on roulette, and I was like, on red, right? And I was like, damn, Mofo, I can't let you just gamble $100 by yourself. So then I put my $100 chip on red, and we lose it, and I was like, dude, it's already landed on black 7 times. Like, I was like, okay, 7 times in a row, and then we lost, so it was 8 times in a row. I was like, okay, Mofo, I'm gonna go back to back. There's no fucking way. And so he was already done. Like that was like all his money. And so I go back to back, 9 black in a row. I'm like, okay, all right, I'm doing it again. I lost $1,400 because it landed on black like 12 times. I could not fucking believe it. It's my first time playing roulette, and dude, the odds of 50-50, dude. It's like the casino. It's like the Sand Casino, dude. I'm like, what are the chances it lands on black again? And I lost all my money. It was so fucking dumb. It's not like blackjack, right?
God.
That's tough.
Like,
Holy shit.
What the fuck, dude?
I hate Vegas. I hate Vegas so much, dude.
It's a great but unfortunate time at the same time. It's an up and down struggle. Mainly down though towards the end.
It was down. It was just down from day one, I think, for me.
Yeah.
I don't know how people do that, man. I feel like you need to have like, all right, I'm spending 48 hours here. That's it. I'm not like anything else. 70, even 3 days.
You know what we gotta
do? I couldn't do it.
We just have to not book a hotel. We go for 24 hours, gamble the whole time, and then fly back. Don't sleep. However much we can gamble in that 24 hours, like that's our allocation. You know?
Like a video. That sounds like a video idea.
No, we gotta go to dinner though. I'm going to dinner. I'm getting a
We'll
good
go
dinner.
to
Somebody's gonna miss a flight and just continue to gamble 100%.
No, we should do that. We should call it like rebuild, based Vegas. We're like trying to rebuild
You
series.
rebuild that
bro.
shit, bro. I ain't going to that fucking.
Bro, you
rebuild
literally can't lose that much back to back, like twice in a row.
You sound
Yes, you
like
can.
you sound
Definitely
like
can.
Yes, you can.
this is some Sand Casino copium. I'm fucking can't lose again.
Bro, that many times it was on black. Like
Surely
12
it won't
times.
be black again.
It's gotta be red.
Surely.
95% of gamblers quit before they make it big. You know what I mean?
Bro.
Oh no.
That's a terrible quote.
Bro, I wonder if all of his top 2 casual sex have are in base. Do you guys think so?
Has to be.
You think
I
Seth is
guess,
number
dude.
one?
I-
I
Yeah.
think
He could write a
Seth is
fucking
probably number
book.
1. I think Olive
Number-
might be number 2, dude.
Yeah, number one's in the call. Number 1 and
Yeah.
number 2 are both in the call.
Yeah.
I agree with that whole.
Well, I mean, what about Hamzy? Hamzy's got to be up
Fuck
there too,
yeah,
right?
Hamzy.
Do you think so?
He's
He
more
could
of an
be too.
emotional guy though. He really, he takes on the wives and the girlfriends. He's not really
That's
No,
true.
just
That's
casual.
true.
he
Casual.
picks out his prey and works on it. It's over time kind of guy, you know.
Jesus.
So
He's a hunter.
yeah, he's a wife hunter. So
MILF hunter? Shout out.
Olive, you're crazy, bro.
Yeah,
You're-
I'm blown
you're
away.
really
This is
insane.
this
You're
is the
literally cracked.
most blown away I've been, and I think the least any of us have talked in the first hour of a podcast by far. Like,
Yeah,
Yeah.
I love this.
I
I want to
wasn't
listen
even
to all of
just sat
that.
here and
I wasn't
listened the
even
entire
looking
time.
for
It was like-
crazy stuff. Like I was just going on dates, and
That's why it finds you, bro. Because you're not out there looking for anything. You just let experiences happen to you, and that's when the shit just comes along.
Yeah.
You know,
this-
I respect that
damn.
though.
dude,
That's
that's
fucking
why I was
dope,
like, you
man.
know what? Private jet, I gotta fucking do it. You know.
Let's fucking go, dude. Hey, wait, have we told you the
Easy.
dress code for the jet? By the way, dress code is a bathrobe and Gucci slippers. Not trying hard at all, but like we own the fucking place. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I don't have Gucci slippers. I just got like some slippers.
Do you want to go to Fashion Square?
Oh, let's do a shopping. Okay,
Yeah,
yeah.
let's go. Let's go to Fashion Square before we hit Sex Whale or whatever.
Yeah.
Do you have
No,
any
it's
other,
like-
as far as the dating goes? Is there anything that tops the sex party? Is there anything like crazy that's happened?
I thought it was the haunted insane asylum, but that's just number 2 now. Like the swinger
Yeah.
party is like that. Nothing. There will never be a date that will top that. Like
No.
Definitely
you
not
tell
a
your-
first
Oh,
one.
don't say that.
If
it's
Careful.
impossible, dude. Like what?
Careful.
if you were to have kids, Olive, would you tell them that story when they were like old enough? Would you be like, yeah, my craziest first date, like if that ever came up? I don't know. why, but-
Absolutely, dude. By the time I have kids, like we're gonna have some like woke ass like generation where they're like just
Yeah,
doing that
you're
on a daily basis.
You're
They're
gonna tell them like,
they-
they're
oh,
gonna
yeah,
be
you
like
went on your
12.
first date.
They
That's
just-
cute.
That's,
You know what I
that's
mean?
soft shit.
Yeah,
It's
bro.
definitely, yeah, it's
We
definitely
do
more
that in middle
acceptable.
school in the classroom.
Like our generation and younger, like everybody wants to get tied up, their mouth spit in, slapped, feet,
Yeah.
fetishes, kinks. Like it
It's
just
so
keeps
weird.
getting-
Feet are
it-
so weird.
You love
Sorry,
feet,
go
shut
ahead.
up.
Dude, I should tell my parents this story, and they'd be like, "What the fuck?"
Yeah, they would be freaking out.
Wait,
Yeah.
okay, that actually opens a good question that I feel like I haven't asked anyone in here. Are you guys open about your sex life with your parents?
No.
I don't share details, but like,
Mom, I
If-
came in this girl
if-
last night.
like if my dad asked if I got like my grandpa asked if I got laid in Vegas, and I
That's
was
what I'm saying. Like at least
I was
just
like, no,
Yeah.
pops, I lost
Oh, man.
$5,000. I got fucked. Like,
nobody got fucked beside me.
No,
Yeah,
I
okay.
if
think.
they asked, I would tell them. Like,
Yeah, my
you know,
parents
not gonna
definitely
share.
more traditional. I wouldn't. My mom would be like appalled if, like, if I was like, yeah, I fucking, went on a date with this girl. She came back. I fucking slapped her around, spit in her mouth. She would start crying probably if I told her that. So,
Really? Yeah,
That's
okay.
fair, yeah.
Yeah, I'm not
Yeah, I
gonna
guess
tell my mom that. I respect her too much.
Bro, I guess I just have a weird situation. I feel like my siblings and I just literally will tell our parents like whatever the fuck we do. It's weird. It is so weird now that I
Really?
think about it.
Dang.
Yeah,
That
that's
is
not
so
necessarily
weird.
weird.
Yeah.
Like that's a good level of openness.
It's cool.
That's
Yeah, it's
crazy.
like my
As long as
parents
you're
are like
not,
my best friends.
Weird about it, but like, yeah.
No, yeah, not super in
weird to
detail.
me.
Just like yeah. Go ahead.
Go ahead. Sorry.
No, I was gonna say it's not like we go to the point of like every detail, but like we'll tell them what we did or like if they ask, it doesn't even feel weird just sitting.
Let me
around
ask
the
you
table.
this: would you like if you just had like a casual, like fun, like hookup, like Olive? Would you tell your mom about it? Like, is that what you mean?
Ooh.
Like, do you tell her?
Yeah.
I didn't have to tell her
No,
the
I'd probably, like-
details, obviously, because I
Yeah.
wouldn't even tell, like, unless it's serious, unless like it's something serious. I'm not telling my parents or my mom.
Oh,
Like, she'd be disgusted with me probably.
Yeah, I'd be like, yeah, mom, I just got this Tinder date and we smashed, and she'd probably be like, oh, cool. My dad would probably be the one to like give
Really?
me props. My mom would be like, okay, but they would ask. I swear, I'd be like, yeah, I had this girl stay the night. They'd be like, did you fuck? And I'd be like, yeah. I
Jesus, dude.
swear.
Wild.
I
That'd be
swear.
fair.
I mean, if you're a cool parent, wouldn't you want to know?
Yeah,
You'd be
yeah.
like, hey, man,
Yeah.
you
I
fucking, you
guess.
slaying or not,
guess.
dude?
They're like, did you wrap it? Is she on birth control? Like,
I mean,
they'll
I
ask-
feel like if all of us, like literally everybody in this call, if we had a son and like he, once he comes of age, we're definitely gonna want to know if he's fucking.
Oh.
Like we're gonna be asking.
Yeah, you know?
100%.
Okay.
Yeah.
Tell me if I'm wrong here, but I feel like you could tell if your son's fucking.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
for sure.
Oh, yeah.
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 I remember one time I walked by my parents' door, and on the other side of their door, I could hear them talking about whether or not I was jerking it like daily. And I was like,
What a silly question.
I know,
Answer's
dude.
yes.
I was like,
Yeah.
no,
Better
first
question
of
is
all,
how many
bro,
times
at
per
that
day.
point in time, I was fucking like on the reg too. So it was like, oh man, that's what they
Wasn't just
think. Okay,
joking.
cool. I'm in the fucking clear
will-
then.
I'll say this: my mom, she has a very particular way about doing laundry, and she would not let me do it. Like even if like sometimes I would do laundry and fold it, she would rewash it and refold it. Like she has like a really particular way. She's definitely she's definitely washed my cum laundry 100%. Like I don't
Yeah,
I like
she cut herself on your sock one time.
she
for sure.
definitely knew. She had to have known I was beating the fucking shit out of my dick. There's no way she
Yeah.
didn't.
Yeah.
And I felt terrible about it. It was just one of those unspeakable things. Like, I wasn't gonna bring it up unless she asked. I wasn't gonna say shit. But,
Yeah.
Wait, were you coming in like t-shirts and throwing them in the
Oh
hamper or
yeah,
something?
dude. T-shirt, socks,
You coming
blanket.
wherever the fuck you can find,
Name it,
bro.
dude.
Bro, that's what tissues are for. You fucking wipe
I
up
was
and throw it
putting on
away.
Everything, man. I was fucking lazy. I'd be laying there after I jacked off for the 6th time. I'm like a reach over and grab a Krista t-shirt. Bro, I didn't give a fuck, man. I was yeah. I was in fucking like 9th grade. Like, what do you want me to do, man?
Yeah,
I
that's
was,
fair.
you
That's
know,
fair.
I was experimenting. I was getting crazy.
God damn.
It's like those Chipotle napkins, right? You know?
Yeah.
The Chipotle,
Bro.
that was so
Chipotle
funny.
napkin.
You guys
Yeah,
got
I'm
one?
somewhere.
Update: I am completely out of Chipotle napkins. So
He used some motherfuckers.
Man.
They're
We know where those
gone.
went. We know where those went for sure.
Oh,
Dude, it feels like hearing Nick say that about his like mom feels so weird to me because my parents are like a lot more just like very traditional. Like my parents are, like
Same.
very classic immigrant
Yeah.
parents who are just
Yep.
like, you know, my parents, my mom at one point like after I told her I had a girlfriend, she like sat down and talked to me. She's like, you know, don't have sex until marriage. And I'm just like, I would never consider such a thing.
I would
As
never, Mom.
that is disgusting. Like, you know, Jesus is watching me. You know, I'm not even Christian, but like, dude, I'm getting he's watching over me. It's like I would never do such a
They're
thing.
concerned you are, you know.
Dude, my mom, I'd be dating a girl for like 4 years, and my mom, I'm like 21, 22, she would still call her like my like special friend. And I'm like, are
Yeah,
you serious?
yeah,
Like
I
special
exactly
friend?
that.
Dude, and like she wants so like, you know, my ex-girlfriend, she wanted to plan a trip with us, and like my mom was like, they're trying to, my parents trying to figure out like hotel beds and hotel rooms, and then my mom's like, oh, we should get 2 beds for both of them. I was like, okay, mom, you know what, I can't filter anymore. We fuck, okay, like I cannot, I can't hold it in, dude, I cannot. I was like, we need 1 bed for 1 hotel room, and we're not doing 2 beds. Like, what the fuck? Like, I was losing it. But yeah, she's like very traditional Spanish
Yeah,
Catholic
you
mother.
guys got
Yeah.
very.
Like-
you guys like the most booze. Like my parents, they're cool, but I'm not not that cool to like where Nick is like telling them, yeah, I smash. Like it's I kind of in between.
Yeah, smash that ass. Mhm. I picture like his mom just like dapping Q Nick up. He's like, hey, what's good, dude? Hell yeah, you hit that nice.
Beat those cheeks.
That's
hell
my
yeah.
that's my son right there. That's my son.
No, what's crazy is I do feel like there was like a transition from like I literally would hide everything I did because I never wanted my parents to know. Like I don't think they knew I lost my virginity at like 14 until I was literally like 18 or 19. Like they didn't. It wasn't like that. I feel like it just my siblings started talking about it. They just didn't care because like I think by the time they get to like my parents have 3 kids. I'm the firstborn. I feel like by the time they got to my little brother and my sister, they just did not care, and so my siblings would just spew whatever, and I was like, oh, so now it's my turn to step up and
Yeah.
let them know, you know, all my dirty deeds.
I
and
was-
then,
Yeah.
I was
The
completely
firstborn, huh?
quiet until my sister got older, and then
yeah,
I was like, okay,
it just
Are you
Yeah,
guys
now we
all
talking.
the older siblings?
I'm
in
the
your-
oldest.
I'm the middle child.
I have an older
Okay.
brother.
Oh.
Yeah.
I'm the oldest.
I'm also the oldest. Like I'm look. I have a younger sister, and like I can clearly tell. Like when I was younger, like I tried to hide like everything from my parents, but like me and my sister, like you can clearly tell my parents give less fucks, and they're like definitely less strict. I'm like, do you know how fucking hard I had to work to push those boundaries, and you're just fucking frolicking around,
Yo.
just taking that shit for granted?
we
So
walked, bro. We
true,
walked so
bro.
they could run.
Yeah,
dude,
seriously.
it's so true, dude. Oh my god.
No, yeah.
God.
No, my brother took all the shit, and then my parents just fucking didn't give a shit when I was. And my sister is 10 years younger than me, full-blooded sister. She can do whatever
Wow.
the fuck she wants. My parents,
Oh, yeah,
do
she's-
not care.
Oh, my younger
Yeah.
sister, she's like the princess. Like there's literally she gets everything she wants. It's fuck. I mean, she's gonna be a doctor. She works her ass off. Like she's in medical school, but still, like she gets whatever the fuck. My dad is like he's a sucker. I was gonna ask you guys a question for all of you. Did you have anything that your parents hid from you?
Oh shit. Yeah.
What?
Because
Go on.
well, the main thing I think of is my dad. He smokes. He smokes weed, and like he hid it for the longest time, and like he's still like he's a boomer, so he thinks it's like this like crazy thing that he fucking smokes. He, like tries to hide it. Like I've like walked in, his eyes are like bloodshot. He's high as fuck, just eating some like fucking bugles or something. And I look at him like, you good, man? And he's just like gives me that demon time like smile. I'm like, you're high as fuck. And he's like, no, I'm not. I was like, yeah, you are. And he's like, no, I'm not. Like he's like refuses to like admit it. I was like, I can literally smell you, dude. Like I'm like, it's like I'm in a shop. Like, come on. But yeah, and he had like his car, like his truck smells like it. I'm like, what's that smell? And he's like, I don't know what you're talking about. I was like, he just refuses to like admit that still to this day, like he refuses to admit it, but it's funny.
Maybe he feels cooler when he hides it, you know? It's
I
cooler.
guess,
It
dude.
is cool.
I love it when he's fucking cooked. He's hilarious.
Yeah.
I
All of
found
you- all
my
of you
dad's
go?
I found my dad's porn before. When I was a
grandpa's
kid,
porn.
dude. I was like
Ooh.
young, and I was like in middle school, and I don't know how I found it, but I was like in my parents' bathroom, right? And I think I dropped something on the floor. Oh no, I had a hamster back then. I had a hamster, and I was looking for the hamster, and so I was looking through every crevice, right? So I was in their bathroom, and I like looked below the cabinet, in the corner, and there's like a hole, and I was like, oh, the hamster's in there, and so I put my hand all the way in there,
Oh no.
and I felt like a piece of paper, like a hard magazine piece, and so I pull it out, and it's like old school porn, dude. I'm like, what the fuck? Like from like
Some bush.
the 1800s, like this lady with like curly
Damn.
blonde hair, like white pearls, like just boobs. I don't know, like it was just like
Boobs.
I don't know. I couldn't describe it, but
They
it's
had
like, yeah, like
boobs
just
back
kinda
then.
like blonde curly hair, and like think of like
Like 80s,
like-
early
the
2000s?
80s actually, yeah, the 80s, where it's like retro and everyone's like
Yeah.
kind of like that
I can
that
picture
stuff.
it.
Yeah.
My
And
grandpa
so-
had an impressive collection of Playboys that every time we would visit him up in Vancouver, I would always fucking like sneak around and try to find, because he hid it in a new place every time, because I
Oh,
think he knew
shit.
I was fucking peeking for him, bro. Found him every time, dude.
It is
Oh,
insane how far porn has come and the quality of porn that there is today compared to back
It's
then.
incredible.
Oh,
Do you
hell
guys
yeah.
ever get
It's
caught?
insane.
You guys ever get caught as a kid looking shit up?
Oh,
Yeah.
for
Dude.
sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh
I
yeah.
clicked
Dad
on an
walked in on
advertisement.
me.
Sorry.
My dad walked in on me fully fucking naked, like legs up on the desk, jerking off to Asa Akira getting her asshole pounded. Bro. Like it was. Dude, my dad knew my
She's the goat.
preferences. My dad knew my preferences very early on, bro. He literally opened it and goes, "Sorry," closed it, never talked about it again, dude. Never talked about it again.
Nice.
Dude, I have the same story, but it's Sasha Grey with just like an insane pipe, like halfway down her
Love
throat.
her. Love
And
her,
I
dude.
just fucking mom comes in, it's just open, close immediately.
That's exactly how it always goes, bro.
goes.
I remember specifically, like, I was going for SAT classes, like that thing, like that was gonna drive me, and I had my headphones in on my bed on my laptop, just fucking beating it. He opens the door and he just like closes it, and he's like, "We're leaving in 10 minutes," and I was just like,
Man, why would he
man.
talk, man? He didn't have to do that to you. He could have slid a note in there or something.
I'm just like holding my dick there in shame, just like, oh
Wait,
man.
did you still come?
No, I didn't. I was just like, I had to put it away. I was just like, I cannot
still
after
came.
that.
I came, dude. I fucking. I did.
Wow,
I'm gonna stop.
you
It's
finished.
You're already there. It doesn't change. It's not. You can't
Yeah,
undo it. You might as well
Yeah,
finish
it's
it
like
off.
He's not
You know?
gonna unseat if I don't
Yeah.
come. Like it's just
Oh.
bad for both of us at that point, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh
When
my
I was in
God.
middle school, I used to watch porn on like my iPod Touch in my bed.
I love
And
that.
my mom at the time, she would be on like a routine to come in and like check on everyone upstairs and make sure they're all asleep and tell them goodnight or get the fuck to bed if they weren't asleep yet, because it'd be like midnight. So every time, I don't know why, it was like this race. Like I would always, like for some reason, I'd be up around midnight and I'm like, all right, I'm just going to fucking rub one out real quick. No worries. Nobody's going to come in. And so I'd be rubbing one out at like 11:30, 11:45, and I'm like, okay, I can hear someone coming up the stairs. Like I just have to it was one time I had to like pull the covers back up and I just pretend I was asleep, and she came in and she knew I was awake, and she was like, what's going on? She's like, you taking care of business? And I was like,
Oh my god!
I was like, I definitely don't have a boner under these sheets. Yeah, I was like, no, it's all good, Mom. I'm going to sleep. Thanks. And I like just, turn around, pull the covers back over, and just fuck off. Like, go away, please. But yeah, that was
that's-
crazy. A lot of close calls.
The phrasing was very poor.
Yeah. Yeah, bro, it was so awkward. It was so
Dude,
bad.
she knew.
I
Do
never
you
got
think
caught.
she knew, or do you think like? that
Oh
was just
yeah,
like a-
Yeah,
there
of
were
course she
there
knew.
was definitely a few times she walked in and she definitely knew that I either just finished jerking it or that I was in the middle of it, and she just had to like part ways. It was very awkward. I don't know why I always push that. That was so stupid of me, but
That's
it
the
was,
thing. Why do
you know?
that's the worst part about the parents find. Like, I feel like if I ever have a child and I find them jacking off, like I'm gonna just make a joke about it. Like I'm not the whole awkward. Like, hey, what were you doing there? Like that makes it
Rubbing
so-
one out,
makes
buddy?
it makes it so
Damn.
much worse.
Damn, really going to town there, huh?
Yeah,
I left some
Like,
lotion outside your door.
I'd open the door, shut it, and be like, "Beat it harder," and I'd like walk off or something.
Do you need
Yeah,
a
I'd
leave
make
Just leave a
recommendation?
bottle of conditioner at the doorstep. Please.
Yeah.
Open it up.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm for sure gonna fuck
That's-
with them.
yeah.
Like, oh yeah, 100%. Oh,
Jesus Christ.
I just got caught with like I was like middle school as well, and I was home alone. Supposed to be home alone because I thought both my parents were working, and I was just like watching some like lesbian video, and then all of a sudden my dad opens the door from taking a nap and like walks over and opens like the office door, and I was like, oh shit! And so I like it took me so long to guess the password to that computer to play RuneScape, and I was like, fuck! Like now like. I closed everything so fast. Like I had mini clip on the other tab, you know, and I was like, man. And so, yeah, he changed the password and stuff, but nothing too crazy.
I was in 5th grade, and I remember my mom called me into the office, and she was like, "Come here," and I was like, "What?" And then she clicks like into Google search, you know, just like to put her cursor there, and then all it is like Miley Cyrus boobs, penis going into Miley Cyrus. It was just like it was just like the worst searches ever, dude. And we had a cousin living with us at the time, and I was like, oh my gosh, can you believe he looked that up?
Deflect, yeah.
Yeah, he was like in his
no.
20s, you know, whatever. And my mom's like, he did not look that up. And I was like, he did. And she goes, no, there's a she told me, this is where she fucked up, dude. She goes, there's a special word for when you want to see naked people on the internet. And I was like, okay, it was me, but then I'm gonna go figure out what the fuck this word is because none of those searches returned anything. So,
What was the special word?
porn.
Oh. I thought there was like a secret password to the Google. It's like, oh yeah, no. Like,
Am I missing this?
come on, man!
I've been looking at the wrong stuff this whole time.
You probably watch the most porn of any of us, probably.
I don't know if that's true. I don't know.
Speaking of hating women, you are now unbanned, though.
That's
How
true.
How
That's
is
true.
that?
Welcome.
Yeah.
Congratulations.
Good to have you back.
Hell yeah.
We haven't addressed
Today-
that yet.
Today was my first stream back, and it was fucking loud, obnoxious, and a great fucking time.
Good.
I held back so much, held in so many of my thoughts and emotions that I just dumped it all out during the stream, and it was getting pretty unhinged at some points, but you know, it's pretty good. There's a lot of clips of my feet floating around somewhere, but
Wasn't
see
it
what
stuff
happens.
though? Like,
it's all the
you
one with
lost
you
like
and Gobble, or you and Hamzy.
that was a good
did you
one.
lose like internet connection too? Like it was like just an unlucky bad timing thing
For
for your streams because you're like you
I was-
made a post. You're like, oh yeah, like of course the day that I go on band, like
oh yeah.
Internet.
So I was supposed to go live at 10 p.m. Eastern, and when that time came around, my net was down, and it came back like an hour later, but it was just like at 10 p.m. it was not there. So I started like 10:45, 11 ish as soon as my internet got back.
oh okay. I thought it was like midstream. I was like, damn, that's gotta suck.
No, I was banned midstream though. Like when the ban happened, I was literally just in the middle of being live, and my fucking just hit with it, just like whoosh,
Yeah.
just-
Does your OBS like what does it do when that happens? I'm kind of curious.
That's a good question. I got like the stream connection error. So like the first thing I noticed it was in my chat because you get like the connecting to chat message that like always pops up when nothing works.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, that's weird. And I refreshed it, still wouldn't connect. I went back to my dashboard, and as soon as I clicked over to my dashboard, like auto refresh, and then it kicked me out. And I'm just like, what the fuck? Like, because when you get banned, they completely disable your account. Like you can't even log in onto Twitch.
Yeah.
So I got logged off on Twitch, just brought back to like the login site, and I looked at my OBS, and the only thing it said was just like not frames drop, like your connection was like the red, the completely zero
Zero
kilobytes per
kbps.
second. Yeah. And I was just like, what the fuck is going on? And then in Discord, I got a bunch of PMs where people are just like, "Hey, what happened to your stream? Is everything okay?" I'm like, "I don't know. I'm trying to figure stuff out. Trying to click the start stream button again. Trying to log in. Then I go to my page. I refresh it. It's like this account is in a fucking new place. This account is in a castle. It's like, fuck you, dude. Like I ain't no goddamn Narnia castle." But I went to my email and then I got the email like within a couple seconds. That was just like, "Hey, your account has been suspended." I'm like, "Okay, very cool." So that was an experience.
Well, welcome back. It's good to have you back.
Yeah, true.
And speaking of streaming, Olive has been fucking streaming since dinosaurs were around. And
That's true.
I
I'm
am
gonna take a
curious. I am curious of like, when did you start streaming RuneScape?
2015. I was in college.
That's so crazy.
It was actually the day.
2015.
It was the day of New Year's, so it was like New Year's celebration, and the next day I was like, "All right, the first, I'm gonna start."
Fucking QNX was in the womb
Damn.
at that time. God damn.
Yeah.
That's insane. Yeah. What
was a
were you
baby.
doing in 2015?
Oh, I was bounty hunter. I was like edge
Oh, no, I was asking Nick. Like, where were you at in
me?
2000? Yeah.
2015, I
Middle school.
I was in my sophomore year of high school, maybe
That's crazy.
freshman. That's insane to
What?
think.
You're a
Yeah.
fucking child, dude.
Wait, what the fuck? How old are you?
I graduate. I'm 24.
Oh,
But I was like a year ahead of it. Like I was a year older than everyone in my grade. Like I graduated at 19. Like I was like the one that I was maybe 18. I was buying like tobacco and nicotine products for all my friends that were degenerates, swishers and stuff.
Did you get held back,
Wow.
or did your parents start you late?
They put me through pre-K twice. They did it with my little brother because they think men are stupider than women. Hence my
I'd
use
agree.
of stupider. My sister only had to go through pre-K once.
And that is
So-
correct. Women are smarter.
She figured
Women
out how
are
to
the
use
smarter
scissors
women.
the first time.
Funny you're
Yeah.
talking that way since you've been unbanned.
Whoa! Catching
I
strays.
the first thing I did as soon as in my stream, as soon as I went live, I wrote out a script. I was like, "Guys, I just want to let you guys know that my name is Ignoble Solid, and I'm a certified woman respecter. This live stream is where we only respect women and nothing else." So
That's
Yeah,
good.
you had that little book you pulled out or whatever.
Yeah, you can get a couple
So
commands
good.
of that. That'd be good.
That was
You're gonna call me
tight.
pasta that,
Well, yeah, but what did you? What was like? What were people streaming in 2015, especially in the RuneScape space?
It was like, I feel like it was PKing because I remember I was like, when Graphist was around, and I remember like he was also edge PKing, and I would see him a lot. And then yeah, I don't know.
So
That was when
did you
Bounty Hunter
always
was good.
Yeah, like that was like when it was like really good because you'll kill like your target, but like not only would you get his loot, but you'd get a random like artifact that could range from like 100k, 500k, 1 mil, and so that was like that RNG like mystery of like, oh, like if I kill this person, like I'll get their Gmaul, but I'll get like something else too. But
That's so cool.
dude, it was like
I
I think that was the EP system where you had to like wait to like 100% EP percentage.
Mhm.
Oh, it was like probably the best time.
Twitch was so different then too, because you said Gravis. That reminds me of High
Yeah.
Fondness because I was watching him probably not that early, maybe a couple years after that was when he started going. But that is such a long time. Have you streamed consistently since then or no?
Yeah, I feel like I was like at one point, like, cause I was at ASU for full time, had a part time job, and then I would part time stream. I feel like I've always been like a 4-hour part timer for like during relationships, during school, jobs, like for 6-7 years now. But one of the questions though was like, it was actually a good one. It was like who,
On Twitter.
yeah,
Do you want to pull the Twitter questions?
Twitter
Yeah, we can pull 'em up.
topics.
He was talking
There's a
about
couple good ones.
It was Hamza. He was like, okay, so you've been in the category longer than most people, and this and that. If you could bring back one retired old school streamer, who would it be? And
That's
I
a
was
good
like,
question.
ooh, I was like Raj Patel. Like that, he had some
He's
good.
still
shit.
he's still
Austin,
here
He's still
though.
a streamer.
I mean, yeah,
He's in
true,
Austin.
but like old school, like
I remember watching those, bro. That was like during the Ice
The talent shows. The
days.
talent shows. Were
Yeah.
I was waiting for him to
Talent
just say
shows
Ice
are so good.
Poseidon. I want Ice
Yeah.
Poseidon back.
I wish Ice was still streaming.
I just did
Yeah, no, that
nothing
was when like
wrong.
Raj would bring on like really big tittied e-girls, right?
Yeah.
And they
No,
would
he
all
brought
talk.
a variety. Like I remember, like he would bring Hyphonics was on there. I remember Ron Plays Games was on there a good bit as well. He was on there a lot. That's I'm not. He was on his, but yeah, the whole talent show meta in the RuneScape section, like there was a few people doing that.
You remember that one guy? He had like a bee type of theme stream, and he had like a bowl cut, and he'd like dance.
Oh, I know you're talking about.
Oh,
What's
is
his
this
name?
About Allison Quinn? Are you talking about Allison Quinn?
Yes, dude, that guy was fucking content.
That was crazy, dude.
Oh, that
literally,
guy was
I never knew-
Oh my god.
Dude, that was great. I
That
remember
guy
those
was
days.
insane, bro. Holy, I remember him. Holy shit.
Was that a RuneScape streamer or just like?
Yes, it was.
Yeah, they were a RuneScape streamer.
Yeah, dude, that was such a different time. Holy
Yeah,
fuck.
like they pretty much have like their full webcam, and like they're like wood cutting like in a small like.
that would
segment.
be the period where if Destructo would have went live instead of in 2022, he would be famous. He would be
Yeah,
bigger than all
yeah.
of us.
Yeah, 100%.
Like 100%. But
No doubt.
unlucky now. 2022
Here
is a
we
little
are.
different.
There's still a chance. Shout out Destructo.
Big ups.
Born too early to explore the galaxy, born too late to stream on Twitch or some shit like you know what I mean.
Yeah.
Yeah, it rolled off pretty nice.
Do you want to hit a few more of the Twitter? How many were on there?
I was
Do you
gonna
have-
ask you real
few.
quick before we jump in. Olive, were you always a one defense Iron Man, or was that just like a thing that happened, or like what was your evolution of
I
leveling?
was actually just a normal peer, and I was just like PKing in Edgeville for like several years, and then
Mhm.
the idea of like, oh, like could I be completely like self-sufficient? Like could I like replicate my pure PK and just like get the same gear, get a dark bow, get dragon arrows, get supplies, and we had to like theory craft it because I thought like Morning's End Part 2 was like behind defense, but it's not. I could get a dark bow and kill like dark beasts and stuff, and so like at that point I was like, oh, I should try to get rank 1 in Bounty Hunter because like there was like the high scores. Like the last guy that was rank 1 over there, he only had like 300 kills. So I was like, oh, if I made an Iron Man and I was like staying in the same combat level permanently because I don't get an XP, right? When I attack other players, I was like, I could just get permanent rank 1 at like 1,000 kills. But and then there's like boosters that came out, and like then my rank. I'm thinking now I'm like rank 12, but I reached it at one point and I had it for like a year, and
It's kind of dope.
mhm.
Well, one of the questions is on here, but we ask it anyway to everybody anyways. We got to hear your streamer routine. What does Olive do before he goes live?
Wait, what about the Eiffel Tower first? Can we do that one
Oh
first?
yeah. The two questions. You got an Eiffel Tower, random chick with one of us 5. Who is it and why?
Okay. It's gotta be someone my height, because if it's someone that's super tall, that's not.
You can work out the mathematics. Don't worry about that. We're going.
I'll
off
get you a
of
stay. I can get you like a, you know, like the workout. Have you ever seen like the stools? People like step up on it and they step
Okay,
off.
yeah,
We'll get
I'm
you
not.
one. We'll
I'm not
get
even
you
that
one of
short.
those.
Okay, I'm like 5'9". I'm 5'9", 5'10". But
All
like,
right. Okay.
That
but-
means
I was to pick
5'8", 5'7".
dude. But if I was to pick like Tasty or Seth, then like you guys are like too tall, I think.
We'll get you a stool.
I'm
Okay.
6'1".
The torso is. You could fucking. Don't worry about the
Oh, true,
geometry.
true,
Worry about the
true.
vibes. You know what I mean?
The dick height has to be
vibe.
I
the
can
same
reach
level,
it.
but yeah,
Listen,
don't
picture
worry
this.
about it.
I can reach across. I can like grab you around like the like your hips and pick you up.
Seth
and
is
then we
so
can-
upset that he
we
was
can
not. He was
be-
immediately kicked out of the Eiffel Tower, dude.
That's true,
Seth
yeah.
is
He
so
really-
mad, dude.
I want to go to the sex party. Go ahead. Sorry.
I would say, ooh. Okay, I gotta go with, I think, either Ennoble or Cunix, because we're like I said, like same height, same body
Right.
type. You know, we're like two gremlins just tag teaming. You know.
Gremlins.
I
Well,
like
then
it,
I'll
I like
pick.
it.
Hey, you
Hell yeah.
can't give us 2, bro. You
Yeah,
gotta,
you gotta pick
decide.
one. You gotta give one.
Yeah, you gotta pick one of them.
Yeah, you gotta pick one. And I'm a little upset it wasn't me. I'm just gonna throw that there.
I'm like, okay, obviously,
Like, I don't know, dude. Like,
it'd
we
be
go back,
tasty.
dude. We go
We're
back,
both
dude.
in Arizona. It'd be the easiest
know?
thing ever. You know,
You
like.
don't have to travel for tasty. You
It's
just drive.
too
you just get in
real.
your car
It's
and
too
drive.
real if he
Literally,
picks
that's like,
Tasty.
it's literally the obvious answer. I was like, I'd explore. I'd like,
You really
all right,
fly to Nashville, Tennessee to have sex with a woman with me?
Oh
Probably
my
not. You know, I might as well just
God.
drive down the street to Tasty's place.
That's true.
Or here's the other option. If you do pick me and Cunix, like we could just have a 3-way Eiffel Tower. One of us goes in the middle.
Yeah.
oh yeah.
Yeah,
That's
I
always
think I know
on
who's
the
gonna be in the
table.
middle of that.
All right, fine. I'll volunteer. I'll do it. Fuck it. Why not?
All right.
Okay, what's your routine?
Okay, and
Well, I guess now
Back to
my
reality.
routine- yeah, my routine changed now because I got this like new job, and so now I get off work at 5, drive 30 minutes back home. We just take a shit, and like usually I try, my schedule's like 7 or 8, and I'll probably just so the routine would have been like working out after work, and so I end up like after maybe an hour, so like 6:30, go live at 7. But I had surgery and all that, so I haven't even been doing that. So it'd be like, yeah, get home and then like change clothes, unwind, go on Twitter, and then go live. Or if I'm like doing something like lately, like for example, today I got off work, I picked up the kayak, I bought a rug at like home Bed Bath and Beyond. I did all this like adulting shit, but yeah.
I want some more specifics. Like you sit down on your computer, like what do you open up?
Okay,
You have,
so
a
it would be
tab
like
of,
okay, so it'd be
you got a drink.
Oh yeah, so I'll refill like a water, like I have like flavored water. I'll open up Twitter, just go scroll through. I'll check like the directory, like have someone in the background. I'll have like stream stuff ready to go, like now Nightbot loaded, and then maybe like
Nightbot. What do you
Joe.
use Nightbot for?
Like commands. Like I'm like constantly always changing commands. Like
Oh, really?
Yeah,
You got
like, yeah, like-
Nightbot tabbed up. I haven't heard of that. That's
really? Dude, I'm actually so like I used to be so like ghetto with it. I would have Nightbot full screened. Dude, I'm using it right now actually as my like backup, like as a lighting, as a natural lighting.
I have mine pulled up. It's because you have the timers on there. Because I have a couple different timers that like run every like 20 minutes or so.
Oh no, that's
Sometimes
yeah. There's
I'll
like
edit-
timers, but
yeah.
I'm like in my custom commands because if I get like a drop, I'll update the kill count. I'll update like what it was.
Oh.
There's also like the today command, but
you
I'll
can do that like in chat, like !adcom.
Yeah, but then people actually see what I'm doing, and I don't know. I'm
Looks
very mysterious.
unprofessional.
Yeah.
I guess.
It's like, and then
Bro.
I always mess it up. So I'm like, I gotta type it again, and it's like awkward.
Bro, I'm just so lazy. I'm just like have someone with a green sword do it. Fuck it. I ain't got time for
Yeah,
that shit.
on-
Dude,
God.
I'm so like I have like OCD, so I'm so picky with it. It's like, oh, dude, that command is like, there's a typo in there. I gotta go do it anyways, and like,
Mm.
Yep, nobody
Yeah.
does it as good as you do. That's why
Shout
I
out,
feel the
hey,
same way I
big shout
am.
out to the humble Twitch moderators. That's what I always say. Can we get? I will say the word for word. Any humble moderators, please make a prediction for XYZ. Any humble moderators, please make a
Boo.
command for whatever.
The mods that make Campbell's.
Shout out,
Yeah.
shout out to the mods that actually mod, not the ones that just ban people for fun. That are pretty much all of us.
I was gonna say that's everybody in this call, but
Yeah, I was like,
uh,
I think everyone in here who has a green sword in everyone's chats, like all of us, is like that is just there for show. We don't actually do anything. We just go in there just to have the ability to ban people.
that's
say
a
fuck
sign
you,
of
and
trust.
ban
That's
people.
it. That's all
Yeah.
it is.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah,
hey,
just
if
like-
I fuck with you, take a
or-
sword, you know.
Yeah.
On the
yeah.
contrary, whenever you get mad at someone in your chat, you get the ability to go around and ban everyone in the other streams, which I
Yeah,
really like
true.
doing.
It's like a showing of solidarity. I feel like.
Which also makes me mad because I lost my sword in Bodhi's chat, and I used to really like banning
Dang.
people in his stream.
Dang. How'd you lose it?
I was in a
He was
call
in
with
call
bro,
with
I was in
me.
a, I was in a call with Prison Joe, bro.
So funny.
Bodhi goes AFK for like 2 seconds. And the trend used to be because
I
I
told
swear
you.
he only did it because it was me. He doesn't ban people that type haha anymore. You know, like the
He does
cringe
ban people
face
who type,
emote.
Yeah.
I swear, people do it so much now, and nobody ever gets banned. And so I was like, "Watch this, Joe. He's not gonna ban me." Literally comes back right after I type it, and he's like, "Quanix," and he just gives me a 2-day ban.
Dude, it was so
the
funny.
sword?
I fucking was dying, dude. Because he like appeared out of nowhere.
Dude, he just came back. Yeah, like I was like, dude,
He came in
he
real
ju-
fast. He's like, I got internet. See you later. And I was like, oh my god.
Did you
there's
see?
no
Yeah,
way.
dude, he literally
when he
had
was
just
streaming like super drunk when he came back from that dinner was like fucking plastered and he started streaming. He literally
Yeah.
spent 10 like there is a sea of ha-has and he spent no less than 10 minutes going through like that's 2 minutes, that's 2 days, that's 2 weeks. So like literally just handing
Okay.
that's a perm like that.
Maybe
I
he didn't
swear to
stop.
God, for like several hundred people, he banned people like 10
Maybe he
minutes.
just
You did the
didn't stop.
same
I
thing
thought
when
he
you
did.
went live plastered, bro. You just banned me for the day.
Did I do that?
Yeah.
Wait, when did I do that? bro?
When you
Sit the fuck down.
came back from that one bar and Tyce you were stayed and you're like, fuck you, Tysier. Remember that? It
Oh,
was
that
that
was fun.
You're
night.
from the Tyson
I
Ray
started,
fucking
I
leave.
started
don't want you
backseating the
here.
Inferno and I got permed. It was a good time. Though.
Yeah, I was going real demon mode. That was a stream I'm not particularly proud of, but was quite funny. I was fucking man.
Wait, what?
Most bans are warranted, to be fair.
Oh yeah,
I like banning. It's fun.
banning is fun for sure.
Usually. Are olives an acceptable pizza topping?
Nope.
Wow.
No.
Really?
I'd agree.
Really.
But
why
I
is your
don't
name
like
Olive?
them, but yeah.
That's a good question. Well, yeah, how did you come with olive? Where did olive come from? It's a great name.
so
Good name.
being Spanish and also my last name is like one letter off from olive, from the word olive. So it's like
Dox,
Yeah.
yeah.
plays off of that. I feel like a
Oh, yeah,
lot of
you're
Twitch
right.
names are based off of our names in
Yeah.
some way, shape, or form.
That's true.
Because like
T-Papa.
Twitch,
Papa Slice.
Mhm.
well, I mean, like,
what?
well, Twitch
Tyler?
made a post. Twitch made a
Yeah, his
Twitter
name is
post.
Tiffany.
Tyreek. Tyreek.
Tyrone.
Oh yeah, you and Tyreek Evans, same kind of guy.
Tyreek Hill,
But
but
yeah,
yeah.
like Twitch made a Twitter post
Oh,
about
yeah.
like the meaning behind your name, and like that thread was about a bunch of people that were saying it's close to their real names or in some way, and I'm like, oh okay.
Okay, that makes
Yeah.
sense. Yeah.
Prison Joe, pretty
Taste.
much the same, yeah.
Prison Joe, Tasty Life.
Now,
Yeah.
all right,
Well,
if
that's
you-
from a meme video from 2006.
If you were given a free pizza, because like there's two. So there's two different scenarios, right? There's one scenario where like when you order pizza, of course you don't like choose like pineapples on it. But if it was a free pizza, would you eat pineapple on pizza?
No.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
Can I take it
Bullshit.
off?
It's
I
free.
take it off?
deny pineapple.
Do I
I deny
have to eat the
pizza that has
pineapple or can I
pineapple
take
on
You,
it.
you
No, I
have
can
to eat the pizza. It's for free, but you have to eat it with pineapple.
I won't.
I'd eat that.
If I'm intoxicated, yes. If not, no.
Okay.
I'll.
That's
yeah.
fine.
If I'm like hungry, I'll eat it. If I'm not,
Yeah,
I
if I'm
won't.
like
Under
dude, I'm
no
hungry,
circumstance, I hate
Because like
pineapple
I'll
on
never
pizza.
go out of my way to order pineapple pizza, but like if it's there at a party, like sure. But I hate the what do you call it? The ham on it. It's just like soggy ham. So if I could replace that with like a sausage or like bacon, then that'd be better.
I'm a
Yeah, I
big
think
olive
bacon.
fan. I really like olives.
I get flamed
Like-
a lot. I'm just a cheese guy. Like if I get pizza,
Yeah,
I just
same.
get cheese.
That's
I
it?
get flamed.
No.
for
Oh,
it,
yeah,
but,
me
you know,
too.
I don't
Here's
get
a
toppings.
good cheese pizza is unbeatable. It really
Yeah,
is.
it really-
like
it
it's
is.
just the classic. If you have
Do you
good
get-
ingredients,
So
like
when you say good
artisanal,
cheese
you know,
hmm
Yeah.
you know what I
A
mean?
good cheese pizza. Do you mean like a Domino's cheese pizza or like
I mean, like a real
nice
cheese
cheese
pizza.
pizza?
A
Yeah.
local
Nice
place,
cheese
a
pizza.
local place.
Although,
I get-
like,
yeah.
here's the thing. I'm not that much of an elitist. I'll fuck up some Domino's.
Yeah,
I'll
for
put
sure.
that
Real
in.
I
life.
fuck
I'm
with
getting Papa
Domino's
John's.
hard,
I'm
dude.
Papa John,
I'll go to
Papa
Little
John's.
Caesars. It's $5. It's hot and it's ready.
I
you
love
know?
Little Caesars.
Oh
You eat Little
yeah.
Caesars?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Y'all
Both
too
of you make too
bougie,
much money to eat
bro.
that.
Yeah, I was about to say, Papa and Tasty should not be eating Little
Bro,
Caesars,
it's
bro.
$5.
No, I don't.
It's
I
hot
don't.
and it's
I want
ready.
you to. I want you to know that I do not. But
Okay.
I would.
I haven't had it in 4 months, but I think it's a quality joint, bro. You get a full pizza for $5, dude, and it's just
Yeah.
Yeah,
ready.
just a little cat hair in there and some, little sweat.
There's no
Good
cat
price.
hair.
Pubic
It's
hair.
actually, it's not. I don't think that their cheese qualifies as cheese. I'm like almost positive that Little Caesars.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that makes
I don't think their
sense, you know?
cheese is-
Probably
I
That'd
think
be
it's
some
so
weird
cheap.
shit to
Yeah.
make it cheap. Yeah.
It's like the craft singlet, it's cheese, but not really. It's
like cheese
Did you just
product.
call
Yeah.
them
It's
Kraft
mostly
singlet?
cheese, bro.
mostly
Kraft
cheese.
singlet.
What's a
Yeah,
singlet?
that's fucking. That's
And the
propaganda, bro.
plastic where you peel it back and you never
meant
had
just
a
a
craft
single.
He's being an
Oh, yeah,
asshole because
yeah,
you
yeah.
didn't call it a craft single. That's what
It's
he's
a
being an asshole.
single. What is a singlet?
Singlet.
I say
I've never heard
singlet,
singlet
sorry.
in my life.
Listen, man, I'm
The singles that
sorry.
they wear in wrestling or powerlifting, it's like a unitard or whatever, a leotard.
Yeah, sorry.
you know?
Craft single.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Isn't that thing in RuneScape a crystal singlet? It's like that.
Signet.
Signet.
Oh, signet.
Signet,
Yeah,
That's,
yeah,
that's a
yeah.
ring.
You're
That's different.
fucking everything
No
up.
way.
Jesus Christ.
Did you guys know that the seed dibber is not a seed dibbler? I used to say dibbler. Did
Me
anybody
too.
else?
Yeah.
Me
No, it's a
too.
We
dibber.
all know how to read.
If you
Keenies.
mispronounce anything in RuneScape as a streamer, there will be some fucking dickhead.
Oh,
in the
yeah.
chat.
That's true.
I think actually it's pronounced Ardoin. Did you know it's pronounced? You should try that out. It's not Ardoin. It's Ardoin. That's what the lore says. Shut the fuck up. Okay.
Bro, what a great segue into what's something viewers do that really piss you off.
It's gonna be
Speak.
getting backseated by people. Like, okay, I get backseated by like with like main information. Like I'm not a build. So like they'll tell me like shit as a main would. And I'm like, dude, I have 1 defense. I can't use Piety. I can't do half of the shit you're telling me to. Like
That's a fucking
shut
chatter
the
right
fuck
there.
up, you know, like
Yeah.
god damn, I hate it so much. But
Honestly-
but I'm still nice enough. I'm like, oh, you know, I only have 1 defense. Like I can't wear that. I can't do that. And I can't, you know. But,
I would meme around, and whenever Exact streamed, like I go into chat and be like, "Hey man, like I noticed you're using superhuman strength. I heard Piety gives you a higher bonus." Just like, and just say that, and like people would get mad on his behalf. Like he knows I'm fucking around, but like people are just like, "Dude, he's 1 defense. He can't use Piety." I'm like, "Oh really? I didn't. Oh okay." But like, why doesn't he get it? Like I feel like it would up his DPS a lot.
That's like
Just-
4 layers deep because like only the true fucking like tards get mad and like believe you're actually trolling, and then everyone else gets mad because they think it's a stupid joke, so you win in the end no matter what you do. It's just
dude, the
totally
biggest
victory.
thing, oh my god, the biggest thing is Vespula. Like people are like, oh dude, you can do Vespula. Like Vespula is a free room. It's easy for no preps and solos. I'm like, okay, I have 55 prayer. Like the lower prayer you have, the less HP you heal from. So like I get stuck in a situation where I can't, you know, like be
I really
do
think
it
that
as
works.
smoothly. It's like if you have 99 prayer, you heal more than you did if you had 55.
Really.
Yeah.
Hmm.
And
So
so
could
It gets to a point where
could you
So,
have
like-
under like 9 HP and you get
yeah,
to-
I'll have like
is that-
7 HP, so I got to brew, and then I have to remember that I brewed, so I have to like maybe either wait the 15-second overload or restore, and like it just gets scuffy. It gets very like inconsistent, and like I hate that room now. And so I'll
Yeah.
skip it, and I'll do like Vanguards or Tecton, and do a couple no preps here and there. But yeah,
My experience with backseating is I hear a lot of streamers talk about backseating. Like most of the backseating I get at my live stream is actually pretty good stuff. Like people will be like, I'll be running in the top without the dark book for the thralls, and somebody be like, you forgot your book, and I'm like, thank
really
you.
backseating.
oh yeah.
I'm like, thank you.
That's
Or like I
helpful.
don't have my like.
that backseating.
I almost punched Zarpus today instead of Warhammer spec. Someone was like, put your hammer on, idiot. I was like, oh.
Put your hammer.
Thank
on.
you. Like, you know, I mean, it technically is backseated, but like, it's usually most stuff I get. I've never got someone like type out an essay
Yeah.
of like,
Go
you
to
need do this,
Cunice's chat
this,
when he's in
this,
Inferno, bro.
Well,
Yeah,
dude,
well,
okay.
That's
Yeah, I don't know.
Top backseating is okay. You want to know what I think the worst backseating is? Even worse than Inferno is people learning solo cocks. That is
Yeah.
the worst backseating I have ever
Oh,
seen.
That was the
no,
hardest
for
stream
sure.
I've done. Was
True.
in
Yeah.
any stream. It's so bad.
everybody's so entitled when it comes to solo chambers. They think they know
You're a tick early.
everything.
You're a tick early. No, you're a tick. Dude, fuck you. Shut up.
Yeah.
Shut up.
Shut up!
Shut
I
up.
know.
If
Ah,
you hit the
take
main
2
band, it'll
hits,
turn the head.
Yeah, dude, exactly.
That's what they say.
Yeah, that was like literally perfect.
that's cute.
Yeah.
We're on the same wavelength.
Step
there.
out from the middle tile, face ass.
Yeah, turn the head.
the middle tile.
I'm gonna start.
It's the same guy. The same guy. It's literally all the same guy.
Or they
really
tell you
is.
that you forgot something when it's too late. You're like, oh yeah, thanks. You know, like
Thanks, man. I'm already
What
What
getting
pisses
old,
me
man.
off is the unironically the funny guy who's trying to be funny. It's Will Chatter. Like it's just it's the worst. Those
no,
people
the
I
Will
hate.
Chatter.
Those people are the worst. They're just like for whatever reason they think it's just not. It's not a good troll. It's not funny. It's just bad. Like those are the worst.
Yeah.
100%. Especially the ones that are subscribed to you, because like you feel like bad. You feel bad laying into them from just being a bad troll, etc. Whatever it is. Those are definitely the worst.
All right, here's
100%.
my take. I don't mind the backseaters as much as the people who come into my chat and will argue with someone else. Like when a fight breaks out in your
Oh,
chat.
God.
Oh,
Bro,
I love that. That's my
worst.
favorite.
So hard
Seth lives on
sometimes,
that.
Drew.
You gotta
Oh.
capitalize off of that.
Seth eats that
dude.
shit up.
Oh, I love it, dude. I
He
love
puts
it.
it on
Jerry Springer in the
blast.
chat. Jerry Springer in the chat is so good. I love
Yeah,
it.
I
Dude.
guess
It's
you gotta
fantastic.
spin it like that because sometimes I'm just like,
you have to. That's the only way to get past it, or then it's just awkward.
What do I say here?
Yeah, you have to
I just
address
gotta
it.
Go.
Yeah, you gotta address it. Yeah, let it ride. Yeah, I would be like, damn, you got your like. You gotta hype it up, bro.
What is he gonna say back?
Yeah, you gotta
Yeah.
world star it. Like I've had people ready to fight in the chat. Like actually, Gonad is definitely the best for that. He's my stream antagonist. He would definitely, if someone wants to go with it, he'll definitely. It's always
bro,
content.
but sometimes
Typically, usually.
I just like
Stream
I was just caught off guard. But like people just got in a full blown argument like talking about the national average of lumber price right now. Like that's what they're fighting about.
That's the most Twitch chatter
I don't know what to do or say. I just gotta play a song really loud and hope emotes push that shit up, dude. Because I was just at a loss, dude.
They're definitely pushing, like there's something else going on in their lives that they're both mad at. They just wanted to argue over something.
That's
sure.
how it goes on the internet, you know.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah,
There's
they're just
always
mad.
Lumber prices? I've never had that.
They are
typically-
quite high right now. They're going back
Yes.
down,
Yeah.
but they do wear an all-time.
Mine's always something RuneScape related. or
Lumber
just
prices
something-
going through a bear market right now.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
You shut the fuck up. No, it's not. Like what?
No, I just casually brought up how I was building something in my garage with wood, and I was like, "Yeah, wood prices are high." Then I gear up for Tom, and I look in the chat, and there's just World War III going on. I'm like, "Oh my god, bro!" And then, bro, I like read one message like straight ignored, and just like literally just hope it
That's
goes
such a
up.
weird thing to argue about. Wood is always going to be expensive. It's not cheap shit. Like it's you're going to pay.
Yeah,
You're going
any
to pay if you're
resource.
yeah. Like,
Just go outside and chop some of your own, bro. Just get your wood cutting level
That's
up.
probably what
Pussy.
that guy was saying. There was one guy who was definitely saying that, and the other guy was all
get your
serious.
shit.
He has like a fucking metrics pulled up, fucking lumber prices of last year. He's like, actually,
Oh,
100%.
There's always like the
GPS
guy who makes
calculator,
like
you know.
yeah. There's a guy who has like the serious conversation. There's a guy who has like the bad jokes. There's a guy who just says like extremely unhinged shit, and you're just like, holy fuck, I can't get to the delete message button fast enough.
Friend zones.
He's been schizo posting. I have a resident,
Twitter, bro.
I have a resident schizo poster now, and I actually love him. I really like him. You know, he kind of
Yeah.
adds to the chat. He doesn't say anything like bad. It's just like crazy. You know what I mean?
I had a guy like that
Yeah.
before. His name, I remember him. I haven't seen him in a long time, but his name was Pink Cat 69. I believe Jake has seen him before, but like he would always come in the chat. I never knew if he was serious or not, but he'd be like, "Hey bro, my best bro, Prison Joe, love you so much, man. Sitting here with my girl, eating some cereal, watching." And he just go into this extremely long story.
I remember you telling me about him.
Every time, like I have his chat logs, it's crazy. Like he never said anything weird, never said anything mean, but it was always these long messages that, like, I don't know if they're serious or not. I couldn't tell, but he definitely had some type of mental illness. I don't know. He
Yes.
never said anything bad, so I
Okay.
didn't like ban him. So I don't know.
Bro,
I just be
on
like,
the,
"What's up,
like-
man?" Sorry, go ahead.
On the contrary of like, yeah, the thing that pisses you off the most, I think the best thing a chat, other than like being nice and just saying nice shit, are the people that schizo post. Because I like when you read
Yes.
something and when you get to read it and you're just like, what? And then everybody in the chat just like
Free
it just
content.
floods with like question marks
Sir,
or like
this is a
they're-
Wendy's.
Bro,
This is
you
what I'm
can
saying.
you can sometimes riff on those questions or those
Yeah.
you can riff on them for like 20 minutes, bro. Like
Yeah.
a single good chat that skits out, like that's 20 minutes of content I can now talk
it's
about.
It's even callbacks later in the stream. Like it's just unlimited content.
It's so
Those are
good.
just
It's so
memories
good.
too. Like you remember
Yeah,
that one
for
guy
sure.
that came in and said that weird shit? I love
Dude,
that.
like the fucking foursome, the fuck it man, DM me. I want to have a foursome with you. Like that is legendary.
literally
God, I love
biblical schizo post. I love it.
Biblical, dude.
Yeah.
Not
That's
even
true.
a threesome, a foursome. Like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
Fuck it, hit me up, man.
Yeah.
Oh.
I had a really good one time. It was a guy, he came in, he was just like super, it was like kind of schizo, but super aggressive. He was talking about like, he's like, "Oh, Prison Joe, I bet you were some fucking prison guard or something. I'd fucking get you in the corner and fuck you up, etc." Just like going on and on for like, it was going on forever. And it was like peak content. And like eventually we broke, like me and my chat broke this guy down enough to where he subscribed to the live stream. Like he finally dropped the act and subscribed, and then I just permanently banned him. And it was
I
like one of
respect
those.
that.
It was one of the most just beautiful things of all time. And if you there's still commands. Like if you type his Twitch, I forgot what it is, but it'll like bring up quotes of shit he was saying. There's like 4 or 5 of them. But that's yeah, like you said, it's legendary. Like it could be a good memory if it's the right situation.
It's
For me,
like
it's good mythos for the stream.
I like to get my pastas like that from not just my stream but also like other places. Like, do you guys know a raid message, which is like you're honestly really enjoyable to watch, you're super funny and all that that jazz?
Yeah.
That is an actual written message in a girl's channel, and I copy pasted that and I'm like, I'm going to keep this and actually use this. I wish I kept his username, but like I hope that guy knows that his incredible post has lived on for like at least a year now in my raid message.
Do you
Okay,
think he
so
was
who-
shit posting or he was being serious?
Oh, I think he was being serious. I don't think
It
that
was
was
in
supposed to. That was
It had to have
serious.
been an e-girl stream, right?
Yeah, it was an e-girl stream. Yeah.
Okay.
I was just like lurking, and like he was just like, "Wow, you're so good for a girl," and then she like said some shit,
Oh.
and then he was just like, he went like, you're honestly really enjoyable to watch. Like you're super funny, kind, and not genuine, and not to mention cute. It's just like
Dude,
uh,
I'm gonna
Do you
kill
think people
myself.
like
What the
say
fuck?
shit like that? Like just like
on the internet, yes.
Reddit?
Yeah.
Well, no,
Oh,
I
yeah.
mean like just that, not just
I'm
like,
person.
besides that, but like just like the foursome guy, like we have like chatters who are just like trying to win the lottery by saying the most random, craziest shit in hopes that message lives on for generations, and like it's like a copy pasta,
There are elements. I think there are like elements of meme to it, but like you can kind of tell when they're not quite fully meme. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like you can tell when the person is genuinely a little bit off the fucking rails, and you're like, yeah, this person's weird, dude.
Yeah,
Beauty of the internet.
there's balance. Yeah,
not all
there's
the
definitely balance.
dogs are barking for some of these chatters.
Of
If
the-
it's the right amount, they can stay. If it's too much, they gotta go.
There's a
It's-
balance.
Yeah.
Exactly.
The-
I like this question from Rick. Go ahead, real quick.
Okay, of the e-girl streams, okay, what percentage of the dudes in that chat do you think genuinely think that they got a shot?
Too many.
Oh, most of them. Most of
Do
them.
you think
I would-
it's
majority?
I wouldn't
Yes,
say most.
majority.
I would say too many, but not most.
I'd say the majority. That's my opinion.
I'm gonna go.
I'd
I'm gonna
say
go under
majority.
50%. I think most people understand what that is, but
I'm giving it 20%,
yeah,
honestly.
okay.
20%? Are you
bro? That's still
fucking-
so
are you
high though.
genuinely-
But think
That's
about that,
weird.
dude. Think about that in terms of like, let's just say Dollblush, 300 viewers,
10K.
20%. That's
Oh.
60 people watching her that think that they have a genuine shot. That's insane.
Quick maths.
Yeah.
No, I think
still
it's
think it's
more than
half.
that.
I'd say it's
I would
half,
say
minimum.
it's over half. Okay, it depends on what you're saying. So I think that more than half of those guys in their head, there is some type of fantasy deep buried in their head where they get with that girl. 100%.
Yeah, fantasy is
Okay.
different than like the actual.
No, I'm
belief that
talking
it's
like
happening,
dudes
you
are
know
in
what I
You
mean?
mean
there
like fully
low-key
convinced?
spitting
You mean
game.
like fully convinced or spitting game?
Like
Yeah.
like their chats are in their head like a form of game that they are spitting.
Okay, all right. That's different than what I was saying.
That's
Yeah,
different,
I would say 20 to 40%, somewhere in there. Somewhere.
That's still
It depends
pretty
on the
high,
stream. It depends on the stream. That is still
Also
a bit
true,
high.
also
Like
true.
actually convinced, like, oh yeah, she's mine.
Yeah, I think-
that's definitely,
I think-
yeah.
On the doll blush scale, yeah, maybe like 20 to 40. I feel like as it gets bigger, that number gets incrementally smaller. Because I feel like a lot of people are like
There's less
us.
interaction.
Like, I'll go into an Amaranth stream and I'm not going in there to spit game or even be horny. I'm just in there to be like, what is she doing? What is she wearing? Whatever the fuck. Like, yeah, like.
She's
I feel like there's a lot of
changing
people
into a
that just go
tiny
in.
bikini. Hold on.
I thought you were
Oh,
talking
yeah.
about like that. I thought you were talking about kind of like that thought that like crosses your mind of, I could, there's some type of way maybe I could do something here, like just like a fleeting thought. Because if you're
Yeah.
honest with yourself, every person here has had that call while watching some type of content creator on our platform.
Nope.
Yeah,
do you mean that call?
bullshit, Ignoble. You're lying. Quit capping. No way.
You're definitely the biggest culprit for that as well.
I can save her, bro. I
You're the
swear.
guy we're talking about.
kidding.
I can
Soft is the
save her.
20%. He is the 20%. He's
Oh my
convinced.
god. Well, yeah, we're going 20%. It's one of us.
Yeah,
is
did you
that.
hear? But did you
It's-
hear
it's
how
ignoble.
fast he said nope? Though he's like, nope, not me. man."
I would never ever.
Oh, man.
Now, I agree with Seth. Like,
That's a
there's
really
a lot
good
of people
question.
who are like a little more aware of it and aren't like spitting game in chat, but they're like
There's that
hanging out
thought.
with them in game or just
Yep.
like
There's
messaging
a
them in
thought.
Discord, like like in like smaller type thing. Like, oh yeah, I have a shot with her, but I'm not. They're not aggressive enough to like
Exactly.
shoot their shot in Twitch chat.
I
They
feel
know
like we've
the-
all.
Fair.
We've all probably been there though. I feel like even with us, like not in the just, like weird stalker, like following them around in game, but you've probably been in a girl's stream and you're like, I probably have a chance. Like I could have a chance, but you don't like do anything or be weird. I
Yeah,
don't
we're
know.
streamers, bro. We're different. I'm on a different level, bro.
I haven't felt that. I don't know.
I don't know. Yeah,
This
it's
is-
I have a check mark. I really do have a chance. What do you mean, bro?
real.
This is what I tell
check mark
myself.
is
I'm
the
like,
green
that is
light.
the only good reason for getting a check mark on Twitch. When I can slide into girls' DMs and be like, I'm a partner on Twitch. You should listen to me. I have a chance. So
Yeah.
hashtag
we'll
leave a
try.
tab or push for partner.
We'll find
or
out.
whatever it
Yeah.
is.
I think it's
Yeah.
possible. What do you got?
Yeah.
A couple months?
The next level up
2 months?
is being a Twitch admin. Then you're really in, because then they're like, oh,
Oh, the
like,
wrench.
Twitch
Yeah,
staff, bro.
Wrench.
Man, shout out Bot Bobby.
that's
Yo, shout out Bob Bobby. He's a cool guy.
Shout out.
The only,
There was an
the only,
actual-
Is that the Twitch staff? He's a Twitch staff guy who watches RuneScape, bro. That's his
That's
name.
Bobby.
believe
It's
so.
me.
Oh,
Is that
that's
who it
Bobby.
is?
It's me. That's what I meant. Yes, Bobby. It's me.
Okay.
Not Bob Bobby.
Bob
Bob
Bobby's
Bobby's
the
the
one
Shout
one.
out Bob
Shout out
Bobby
them.
as well.
Yeah,
He's hooking it up
yeah.
for the homies that get sponsored by Raid. I mean, he's
Yes.
got a lot of cousins, you know.
He's got an
Yeah,
extended-
bro.
he's got an extended Alabama family. That's all it is.
He's got a lot of
He knows
family
the
members.
taste. You know.
There was, speaking of Twitch admin, I don't even know, but like there was a guy on Twitch who was just like actually like abusing his power as a like Twitch executive or an admin to like
oh
blackmail
yeah,
streamers.
yeah. That was
That
like,
was, like,
an article a long time ago.
There's a thing for a while ago.
What
And he
was
got,
his
like-
name? It's like Hassan. It's like Hassan, but I don't know. That's not the streamer. It was like.
Oh yeah,
like
no, it was Hassan. But,
Really?
like not that Hassan, a different.
Yeah, the
Hassan.
other one.
Yeah, but like he would, I don't know, he like because he was empowered. He said I don't remember, I don't know the story exactly, but he got completely just like
Oh yeah.
I think I remember.
And he did
reading
it for a
about that,
long time.
actually.
There was like text messages and like he was like, oh, it was like predatorial. It was like, what the fuck?
Mhm.
Hmm.
Ricky has a good question.
That is not a good
All right.
question. That is such a shit question.
What
Ricky, I
makes-
know you.
I was
I know you, Ricky.
makes
That is be
life
better. Be better.
Worth living.
What kind of
Cringe.
bullshit
I like it.
question is
cringe.
I love
Oh,
it.
this
Ricky,
is
you're a
good, bro.
fucking
Olive
loser.
Phoenix fan.
loves it.
I love it
I
'cause
want
it's
to
a good-
hear.
It's a good
I wanna-
question for Olive.
Yeah,
You
I
know
want to
what I
hear
mean?
what makes life worth living for
Okay.
Olive. That's
All
fine.
right.
All
That's
right, ready?
All right, that's fair. I'll shut up. Sorry.
Titties.
I've been letting this question marinate all day today. And I
This
finally,
one? This is
You
the
actually
question
thought
you let
about it?
marinate?
Yeah.
Bruh.
Have you woke up before? Sorry.
And the answer is that purple light is worth it.
Real.
Fucking
Based.
purple light.
Yeah.
That's so fucking
yeah,
bullshit.
yeah. You only got to elaborate. That's, you know.
Yeah,
I feel that.
you know,
In
that
my
speaks
loins.
volumes. Truly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Says a lot about you.
we can all.
Wait, I honestly, I was like, I don't know how serious I wanted to answer this question or not. I
Well,
was like,
you could spin that in a serious light. It could be the metaphorical purple light.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
oh,
The,
true.
the fruits of your labor,
Oh,
applying yourself to a greater cause.
That's right. We're a self-help
Yeah.
podcast now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Learning 4 to 1
It's
IRL,
just good.
baby.
It's just good endorphin release, bro. You're here for the endorphin release, dude. Shout out fucking
Yeah.
endorphins, you know?
That's
yeah,
true.
just riding that wave, you know.
You exist truly to make the happy chemicals go burr. It's the only reason.
Yeah.
Masturbation
Mhm.
helps with that a lot.
Yeah. And Tebow's.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we've done a
Honestly,
good
the
job
only
of
time I've
not-
ever seen Olive down is when he's just fuming at Cox and beating his fucking keyboard. And that's
Yeah.
about
Even
it.
then,
The
he's
only
still
time I've ever
happy.
seen-
Yeah,
He's
that's
still
yeah.
smiling, bro.
Yeah.
I will say you have the
Like just
most
fucking just
positive.
smashing it.
Just like I've never seen somebody in the RuneScape section have as much of a positive attitude as you have. You have just like
And it's genuine.
whenever I
not
see
some
you. And it's,
fake
yeah,
shit.
exactly. It's refreshing to be around. I really really like that
Yeah. Thank you.
because I fucking tune into QNeek's stream and he's just like fuck this fucking oh fucking Burno fucking Ranger fuck. Yeah, it's like all right, dude, it's okay,
I have a
man.
good time. I'm a
I'm
nice
ready
guy.
for a distant future QNeek's hard mode Tob arc. Like,
Oh,
you getting into that.
dude.
It's gonna be
We're not
so
ready for that,
painful.
bro. We're not ready for that.
Oh, no one's
He's gonna
ready
be-
for that.
He's gonna break
No,
everything.
dude.
over,
man.
bro.
Bro,
I'm
if
fucking over
QNeek's,
it.
just think about it like this, bro. Imagine QNeek streaming like for another 5 to 6 years, bro. I bet he solos Tob. Like you're gonna run out of shit to do.
I
Yeah,
hope,
sure,
bro. That'd be
eventually.
sick. And I guarantee you, we'll be gaming pretty hard in the next year, 2 years. I'm gonna be going crazy.
Hell yeah.
I'm gonna be plugging.
Crazy.
I want to
Yeah.
do the question from our associate producer, Mr. Greg. Okay.
Send it.
Because I recently got my first tattoo, so you know it's a question about tattoos. It goes, if you had to get a tattoo to represent someone on the cast or in Based, who would it be? What would it be of? And where would you get it?
Okay. I know part of the answer, but maybe we can workshop the other part. Okay.
Oh hell yeah!
Tattoo workshop. I love it.
Hell yeah!
All right. So I thought about this. I was like, you know what? Like, it goes back to Tasty. He's in Arizona. I'm in Arizona, and I was like, I need something symbolic, something that truly like from like Based, you know. I was like, you know what? His fucking stash. I'll get his stash traced. I would get his stash
That's a
traced.
good one.
I would get it traced, and I just do not know where to put it. But it'd be just
On your lip.
Cheek. Or the lip, yeah.
No, dude, I was thinking like, I don't know, like inner thigh, like something like somewhere abstract. You know, it's like you have
Yeah,
a fucking
like
stash
abstract,
on you.
yeah.
Like, what does that even mean?
Your
you know?
tricep, bro.
Dude, like
yeah.
tricep.
I don't
like,
think a lot of people know it, but me and Olive are fucking day ones. I was friends with Olive long before I was friends with any of you guys in this call. Like long before. Olive was one of the very first like streamers and YouTubers I ever watched.
That's fucking crazy.
Dang.
Yeah. You had like literally 2,000 like 1,200 subscribers on YouTube when I watched you, and I was like, this is cool. And then I fucking like so then I first started playing RuneScape, and then like lo and behold, here we are now, bro. Like we met
Dude,
in
I
real
remember like
life.
you
Isn't that
first started,
crazy shit?
right? You first started
Yeah.
streaming, and I was like, oh yeah, I was like, this guy's like just blowing up right now. And then you're like, yeah, I'm from Arizona. I was like, what? This guy's from Arizona his whole life, and I was like, dude, and you play tennis. I was like, where? Like, how we not met each other? He's like, you went to ASU. I was like,
You were
holy
ASU
shit.
at the same time. We probably
Dude,
saw each other at ASU.
Bro,
at some
we
point.
talked. We're like, yo, what if
Yeah.
like we were in the same like years without even knowing? Like, what if
I'm
we went
sure
to
it
the
happened
same
at some point.
party without even like realizing it?
It is crazy. I feel the
Yeah,
same way
no,
about
it's
all of
crazy.
you. Like I remember a long time ago, just like seeing Max in his fucking Max cape running around Arizona bars. I was like, who the
Oh
fuck is,
yeah.
who the fuck is this guy? I was like,
Who the
why
fuck
is? I was
is
like,
that
what is he
guy, dude?
doing? And I was like, this is actually hilarious. This is- you know, and then you, yeah, then I started
First
seeing you
time I
all
saw
over
that-
Twitch.
I was just like, the idea of it, I saw the thumbnail, like, dude, this guy is so fucking cringe. Why would I? Like, oh my God.
I guarantee so many people thought that, bro.
That's the first
Everybody's
impression.
first thought.
Yeah, I was like,
100%.
Tasty's this douchebag Chad,
Dude,
and then
everybody thought I was a douchebag. Everybody thought I was cringe, and I was. To be fair, you guys were right. All right, but you know, there's a little more to me. There's a little bit more.
He's a linguist, dude. Chad.
Yeah, liquid.
Like, he's fucking drinking from a wine glass right now. He's just like,
This is LaCroix. This is LaCroix.
oh my God. All right, you are a douchebag. Never mind. You are a fucking
Bro, how do we
douchebag.
let him
Come on,
on
man.
this thing, dude? I'm
I
done.
don't know. Yeah, you guys fucking. You give me an inch, I take a mile. I just want you guys to know that. You
Oh
know?
my God.
Man.
It's good too.
Anybody else gonna go on the tattoo? I think I got mine. Who else to
I
go?
got mine too.
Go, you go ahead.
All right.
Send it.
I would get the Koenig 7 like on my forearm. I think just it's like it's so staple, you know, like
That is stable.
it's
That's a
just-
good
it's
choice.
just-
This is why we're Pisces bros, because I was gonna do the exact same.
Yeah,
and I
you
was
gotta
gonna,
get the
I was gonna get
Koenig
it right
7.
over my cock, literally right on the pube.
for your cock.
Yeah, honestly.
Right above the cock. That's the last thing you see when you put that bad boy
Yeah.
down.
Yeah, I'm jealous that you got. I don't want to pick my own. I can't even think of anything. I'm so basic.
I might get like a little pancake for Zoe because she was like one of my first big streaming friends, honestly.
That'd be
I feel like
cool.
that's a
Yeah,
good
that's a
little
cool one,
remembrance.
actually,
I would
yeah.
love a pancake for
And if
Zoe.
you just
I'd
have
probably
like a pancake with a pat of butter and some thick syrup,
Yeah,
like, no one's
yeah.
gonna think that's a weird tattoo. Like that's kind of a cool
I'd be like,
tattoo,
"Like
you know?
pancakes."
Yeah.
I'm
That would
with
be
that.
cool, like, not ankle, but like, what's the side of your shin or whatever it's called? A calf tattoo?
Calf?
Somewhere there? I feel like that'd be sick, yeah.
I get a womb tattoo of it.
I mean, I know he's
Okay.
non-based, but I definitely would get a one tattoo somewhere, 100%.
Oh,
That he's
fatty,
honorarily
yeah.
on base.
Yeah.
He
I'd-
is
yeah.
not on base, but he's the most based.
Definitely my first big streamer friend, so
Yeah.
I would definitely get a one.
Fatty
somewhere.
C's a
was
good
it?
one.
Who?
Fatty C,
I'll
just
get
a
the
one.
That's a good one.
Yeah.
I'll get a tramp stamp of the prison 69 soap above my ass. You know, perfect.
Fitting for when you go to federal
up?
prison and you're someone's boyfriend. You know?
Yeah, I'm somebody's toy in jail. That sounds
Oh
great.
my God.
That's where I'm going with it.
Dear God.
I have a question when we move on from this subject. I want to like,
Oh no, are we good?
Send it.
Tasty
Send
and
it.
Noble,
Go for it, yeah.
Tasty and
And
Noble
Noble,
don't
yeah,
have
I'm good.
tattoos. Yeah, they're scared.
I don't have any tattoos.
I don't have
you
any
know?
tattoos either. Like, I'm.
You guys are virgin tattoo havers?
oh, me too.
Yeah, I am
Yeah.
too.
I'm,
yeah,
I'm not
there.
against having a tattoo. I just
Me
like,
either.
I don't really
can't figure-
care.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
can't figure something out. I feel
I'm
like I'm gonna
like-
regret it.
Yeah, exactly. I'm like too indecisive. I'm just like, a tattoo's permanent, you know? It's like
Mhm.
everything in my life has been like floated by at some point. Like, I can't have something that permanent on my body. It's like, I
Yeah,
go
man.
into like a fucking mental breakdown. I'm like,
It was so- yeah.
permanence. I can't have that for forever. You know, it
When
doesn't
I-
represent who I am in 5 years.
When I got
Yeah.
mine, I was like, I thought about it for 6 months, and I had the appointment, and I didn't know what I wanted to get, and then like the night before it hit me, like that's how I was like, okay, I'll get this, and then I was like, it's perfect. It took
You
6
took
months.
the olive,
Yeah,
olive route.
Yeah.
I feel like if I go for the first one, sorry, Olive.
No, go,
just
go, go,
One
go.
quick thing. I feel like I'd want to do like a full like arm sleeve. That would be fucking just like
That's what
all
I
of
want.
it. Just
That'd be kind of sick.
Dude,
Like-
if I could see you with a full sleeve, but like it'd make you look so hipster.
dude, that's the
Like,
thing.
Super
It's like-
hipster.
Yeah,
the thing
you,
is, like-
you'd look hip.
Like I wouldn't do it. Like I wouldn't do it because I like find it. I don't know. Like when I see tattoos, I'm like, all right, I like tattoos that have meaning. But like, if I do like a full sleeve, I would do it purely for aesthetics, and I'd be like, yo, look at this. I look like a bad bitch. It's like that's the only reason I do it, and it's like I feel like that's not a good enough reason to get a tattoo,
Yeah.
a full sleeve.
Yeah, I mean, like, I don't think you necessarily need a reason.
True.
You know,
That's
fuck
fair.
it.
As long as it makes you happy.
Yeah, we're electric
I don't
bags
know.
of meat on a rock in the middle of the universe. Like, fuck it, dude. You know, just kind of fucking
Honestly,
rock
yeah.
away, dude. You know.
That's
What
fair.
puts me off about getting a tat is like right now, since I don't live where I got my first tattoo, I don't know any artists, and I'm still so scared. Even when you see like good portfolios, you're still like you're just on the fence. I just like I don't know if I trust anyone to do that type of shit. So that's the biggest deal. for
My
me.
sister walked my hand as we went in. Like I was so scared, and it was like her guy that does them, and I was like so traumatized and terrified, and I was just like just
Oh,
so
man.
scared. But it came out great. I was so happy.
Which one was it?
Oh, I got ice cubes in my vein, dude. I'm insane. And then I got the RuneScape X on my finger too. So there you go.
Damn. Wait,
I feel like
that X is new though, right? That
No,
was
I got
for,
them both at the same time. I went in and I got the RuneScape Red X on my finger, and then I got the ice cubes on my vein. But yeah, it was for my 24-hour. It was a RuneScape tattoo forfeit.
All right. So my next question is, pick the hierarchy of between waffles, pancakes, crepes, and what's the other one? French toast. Which
Oh,
order?
Oh, there's so many things here.
okay.
I'm ready.
All right, so I can go first if you. If
Yeah,
you
go
need me
first.
to.
Go first. Go first.
Okay. First is crepes.
Ooh.
Second, it would have to be pancakes, and then I would say French toast waffles. But it's
Mine-
so fun. It's so
Mine
hard.
is
though. Like,
almost the opposite. I got French toast number one
Yep.
because you can stuff it. So many different
Dude,
things you can
the
do
French
with
toast, you're not going to be
You can stuff
hungry
crepes.
afterwards, I think.
Yeah,
true.
but crepes are my number two because it's a similar application. Waffles are a close three. Okay, but it's just a textural thing, and pancakes are dead last for me, dude.
Yep.
I'm
I'll give you,
exactly the same. Fuck.
I'll give you the southern rundown.
Yeah.
Waffles are number one. Waffles are supreme here, just because they have they're utilized for a lot more things other than just like
Yeah,
a breakfast
waffle.
That's fair. That's a good point.
And then
Waffles,
two
bro.
is definitely pancakes. It's very traditional, like very southern thing, pancakes. Three is definitely French toast, and then crepes don't exist. That's fake.
Really?
What?
yeah,
That's some tasty tea pop and shit.
Crepes
It's
so
It's so
wow.
tasty. That is some, dude. We
Doesn't
literally
exist.
got crepes from the farmers market when we were in Canada, bro. I'm not even
my
kidding.
God.
See, that's some tasty tea pop and shit. When I say
God
that, I
damn.
mean
He
it,
was
bro.
like, there's good crepes at the farmer's market. Want to go tomorrow? And I was like, yeah, let's go.
Man,
Yeah.
I would
Crepes
put
at
crepes
the
at the
farmer's
top.
market, dude. You'll get fucking shot here saying that.
Goddamn. I think crepes would be at the top just because they're saying their versatility. Like, you can have like sweet crepes, you can have like dessert style crepes, but you can also have like salty style as
fair.
well.
Yeah.
And you can stuff them with like anything. You can have like
Yeah.
simple plain ones. You can have like chocolate, fruits. Like, and there's a plethora of things you can put on there, and it's like not super filling, as in like it's like a dessert. It's like a little bit, but like any of the other stuff is like it feels like a full meal to me. So I don't know. I'd do crepes into French toast into waffles into pancakes.
Okay.
That's fair. That's
Yeah.
fair.
Yeah.
That's a good ranking.
Okay.
I actually like that question a lot.
That's a good one.
Everybody answer?
Yeah.
Yeah, I pretty much
Think we
Let's
did.
do the
Yeah, I'm the same as
the
Tasty.
workshop.
Yeah. Okay. Are we ready? Let's
Tweet a
go.
workshop.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, let's hit it.
okay. Well, I fucking I got mine from earlier. I'll save that.
You
yeah.
can tweet that. That's good. Yeah. I
That
like
is a good
Well,
one.
hold up. Let's work on the wording. I want to make sure it's good wording because what it has right now is I put preserve on during sex so I can last 50% longer. Should I cut that in half and just say I use preserve during sex?
Yeah, keep it. I don't know.
But like, it would be hard to be like that's
'Cause
specific.
I don't want to
RuneScape.
yeah, I guess that's almost too RuneScape. Like it assumes you know what that is.
Yeah.
You have
Yeah,
to explain
I'm
it?
going. You gotta keep
But
it. I wouldn't
wanna
cut
have
it.
to explain it.
I would leave it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You would have it
What about-
explained. Or
I
not?
put
Yeah.
preserve on to last 50% longer during sex. Or I
With,
put
like-
preserve on during sex to last 50% longer.
I still like the
Yeah,
first way you
second
said
one.
it. Like
Yeah.
the first, the initial.
I mean,
I
You-
put preserve on during sex so I can last 50% longer.
Yes.
yeah,
But
I
you
would,
need to
I would
put,
even,
like,
I would
a-
even take it like slightly like I got 55 prayer to last longer in sex or during sex or something. Is that?
Nah, it's too wordy. It's too many
Too long?
concepts. I'm not
First
even in love with
wording?
this. Like this is too many things.
First wording, but you got to put the sun, like the cool sunglasses emoji after. That's all
Cool.
you
No,
gotta
that's
do.
like a you tweet.
Yeah, you're right. That's me tweet. I could tweet it with that. And I would probably get
What
like
about
30
what about
likes.
triumph pointing up? No,
Oh.
it's too aggressive for it.
God damn.
Like the bar graph going up.
Stonks.
Emoji. You know, like that the
Yeah,
graph.
chart with
Oh yeah,
upward
yeah,
trend.
Chart,
the,
yeah.
the chart with upward trend.
Yeah.
Yeah, I actually see that. Still not in love with it, you know? I'm not gonna lie. I don't know. I feel like it needs to be more concise.
No, I
Yeah,
think you're good.
when
I
you
think
first said
that'll
it,
go
when
hard.
you first said it, so like a simple version, I was like, oh, like it just like landed. I don't know.
Well, that's
Yeah,
so that's the wording we have is I put preserve on during sex so I can last 50% longer.
I think you take the 50% out just so I can last longer.
That's actually not a bad idea.
You don't need the 50%. Just I put barometer in sex to last longer. Easy.
I preserve on sex so I can last longer. Upward chart emoji.
yeah.
Triumph.
Yeah.
Or say
Yeah.
two last
send
longer.
That, send that shit.
So I can last. Wait, 2 last longer?
Yeah, what Seth said.
I put
Yeah.
preserve on during sex to last
To last
longer.
longer.
Oh, I
Yep.
actually like that. I like that
Yeah,
more.
that's more simple. It's
Yeah.
more simple. Gets to the point. Just send that. That'll be good.
All right, Eevescape's gonna reply to this and say, "Put this one back in the drafts." I'm calling it now.
Okay, that's a good call. I like that. I like
I'm calling
that.
that one now.
Nah,
Can you mark the
tier tweet.
timestamp so I can?
Nah, he's gonna say smash, dude.
That's it. Yeah, well, that's what. No. He's moved on from the Smash meta. That's his new
Yes.
meta. Is the put this one back in the drafts.
Yeah, that's true.
My
I feel like
tweet-
it's living close.
My tweet was gonna be the one, but I decided to just send it instead of bringing it here. Was the what did I say?
Oh my god.
The
yeah.
pussy one.
Yeah, read
Yeah,
this.
but-
Read this for the people that don't. Because someone in my chat today told me, or the other day, they're like, I don't have Twitter, and the Twitter workshop is my favorite part. So you know,
Yeah.
we're helping them dive into Twitter. They don't even know Twitter, bro. They just fucking
Yeah,
gobbling it
read-
up,
read
dude.
your tweet,
You
read your
gotta hear
tweet.
this shit he
Go
did this
for it.
week, bro.
Drinking non-alcoholic beer is like eating out your sister. You know it's wrong, but it tastes the same. 276 likes. That is my most liked tweet of all time by almost double. I gained full faith in humanity, and that doesn't surprise me, the RuneScape section. But that's the funny part is I was telling them earlier, that got interaction from people outside of the RuneScape section because some people were like retweeting and they're like, this is disgusting. Like, and really all that was is Hootie Tootie just came in my chat and that's all he said. He literally said that and I read it out loud and I died laughing and I timed him out for like 5 minutes. Like, you can't say that, man. And then later I was like, you know what? I'm going to tweet that. And he was like, do it, but make sure you spell it right. And I did. And, you know, that's why he doesn't miss, you know?
Yeah,
why he's the king.
Hootie got a brain, bro. He got a brain on him.
Yeah. My other one was I didn't really know how to word it. I kind of said it to Nick and we were chatting and I was like being a streamer is basically being a streamer is like being a bad comic or something around that. I forgot what exactly I said, but I need to work it out. Maybe I'll bring it to the next one. Because we
We'll work on it.
cycle through the same like 5 shitty gimmicks pretty much. I think all streamers can relate to that. So
Oh yeah, we all have
but,
our
I
one.
I'd have
thing.
to reword it a different way, but
I had one, but like the prices are changed now. Like gas prices changed, but it was like my ex-wife accused me of gaslighting her. Have you seen these prices? But now, like, gas prices aren't as bad as
That's
they
a
were.
boomer ass tweet, bro.
That's such a boomer tweet, bro.
Holy
That's an
shit, dude.
funny meme, bro.
Yeah.
I like it though.
2009, that shit
I
is
saw it in
popping
chat. And I
off.
was like, oh.
Popping off.
One of my favorite things, Olive, and this is also one of my most liked tweets ever, is just a fucking reply to your tweet you posted. You had COVID. You put the fucking standard fucking, like, literally, it's like a trend. You, like, post the photo of your test. And I literally just, it was like, I think it was like 2 a.m. I was, like, looking at my phone all crusty-eyed, and I was just like, too bad you can't get an abortion. And then I just said it, dude. It's so many
Bro, the
people-
ratio was so big.
So
Like,
many
it was
people
like
like
third
that,
degree
dude.
burns,
Oh,
man.
bad,
Like,
bro.
I was like, I don't even know why I sent that. That's like out of character for me. I was just demon time. I like just woke up or something.
but
I
it
was like,
worked,
fuck
and I
it.
was like, oh
Yeah.
shit. And then same thing happened to
funny.
Churchy. Churchy made that same, like, she got COVID, made it the same post, and someone's like said the same thing. It didn't land as much as yours did. Though. I was like, damn.
Yeah. Anybody
Okay.
else?
Yep.
T Papa.
Let's
hear 'em.
All right, let's hear my first. Okay, I prepared one, and then we have 2 submissions.
I have a submission too. Wait, yeah, go ahead though.
Okay. Oh, mine. It's in the drafts. So here we go. Like, it's not perfect yet, but the concept I love a lot. There are 2 things that are hard: reading and my dick.
It's good. That could work.
Say it again.
Wait, one more time.
It's like I gotta like get it. Okay, it's 2 sentences, but I kind of want to make it one. There are 2 things that are hard: reading and my dick.
It's lacking something. It's a good base.
I
I'll give you
know.
that. It's an okay base.
All right.
It's
So,
lacking
okay, then
something.
I'll work with it some more. But that's just good enough to know it's I'm on the right track. Because this is all me. I didn't steal this from fucking nobody. All of our tweets are usually stolen.
No,
so,
yeah,
like,
we can tell. Yeah.
we're working on it.
We
Damn.
can tell.
This is literally why we have the workshop, because otherwise he would tweet that and we'd be like, bro, please stop. Please stop.
All right, at least I know I'm on the right path. I'll get better. And all right. We have one from a long time ago that someone told to me, and I think I brought it up to you guys before we had a podcast. And I was going through my computer today, and I found this saved on a file, dude. Where only the file says this. I was like, what is this, bro? It's having a period is a perk that unlocks when you select women class. You get to claim blood runes once a month.
That is a fucking. That's heat. Tweet that shit.
That's getting 15 likes.
Dude,
Max.
no, dude,
I'm giving that. I'm
no,
giving
bro.
that 14, bro. I'm going.
Nah,
under
dude,
on
you
that,
tweet
dude.
that too,
All right, we'll tweet that one.
Bruh. Keep going in the draft. G.
Yeah, no, you should tweet that. 100% you should tweet that.
Joe just praying on your downfall right now. I'm telling you.
No, bro, you
I
should
can't
tweet
figure it
that.
out, dude.
I'm telling you,
Yeah,
dude.
this call is filled with ops, my guy, bro. You gotta,
Like,
you gotta
I would-
you trust.
I would look at it, laugh at it, but I don't know if I'd like it. I'd be like, oh man, I can't like this. I don't want
I
this
don't
on my
know.
timeline.
Yeah, 'cause
That's
you know when
fucking Max, dude. Max is a coward. He did not like my eating the sister out tweet at
I
first.
did
He's
like your tweet.
No, you did after. At first, you were like, I don't know about this. So then once you saw
I actively did not like it, but then I saw it popping off, and I was like, "I'll help my boy out."
Exactly,
I
dude.
guess. I guess. I
don't-
don't like it. I want you to know that I do not like it. All right? I would
don't
take
wanna
it back
be-
if I could.
You know when you like a tweet and it pops up on someone else's feed, like so and so liked, and it's like,
Yep.
oh, questionable, like I don't want to be that guy,
Yeah, that's exactly it. And like, if people see that from my Twitter and me liking that shit, I'm like, no, thank you. I don't want them for me
You
to
see,
associate
but the
with
one
that,
I just
those
said,
kind of
people are
tweets.
gonna
I would
look at
rather-
it, they're not gonna like it, but they're gonna be like, yeah, that was good. You know what I mean? Like, I'll
Real.
get the,
I
I'll
guess
get
true.
the intangible like, and that's good enough for me. And all right, so here's the one that was submitted that I thought was really good. Well, okay, it was submitted. Whoever decided to call it a climax missed out on calling it a come up.
Oh shit.
Bro, what? That was a submission?
Bro, and then come up is in quotes. Like, I think it actually reads really fucking well, dude. Like,
No,
it,
that's good.
It looks
You
good,
could tweet that
man.
one.
It looks
You could tweet
good.
that one.
All right, then there we
I
go.
co-sign that.
Hell
Shit,
yeah,
like,
dude.
gonna tweet
We
about
got,
blood runes, man.
we got the
I have a
cuties.
submission too. It's from a T Popovere, of course. You want me to read it?
What is it?
Let me pull it up here.
Who's it from,
Wait,
bro?
so which
I'm
one
not
is T Papa
doxing who it's
tweeting
from.
today? Which one?
Today?
I kind of like the middle one the most.
It's probably his own tweet. He just wants like.
The period one? The period one, I have to wait for prime time. I'll schedule it, but like,
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair.
Yeah,
I like
I gotta-
that one the most.
I gotta wait for prime time on that one. I'll schedule it tonight. There we go. And then I might do the come up, or I gotta ask the person who submitted if they want to tweet the come up thing first. But if not, then I will.
Oh no! If they send it to you, it is your property.
Yeah,
now.
that's yours. Yeah.
That is
All right,
ours.
all
baby.
right. Then I'll tweet it in like 2 days.
Yeah.
That is your
More than-
IP.
More than half of the good tweets are stolen. So.
Oh
All
yeah.
right, all right. What about this one? So like, you know how like girls are like are picky, you know? So based on that, girls will get an everything bagel, but still don't know what they want.
I
should know
kinda
that-
like
that-
it,
that-
This is still boomers. Fuck,
I
man.
like
Come
it,
on.
though. Way
Get out of
better.
the 2000s.
Way
Jesus
better.
Christ.
I like it. I kind of like it because it's like one of those, you know,
Bro.
like all these flavors, you chose to be salty. That's the kind of vibe that it.
Bro,
gave.
Olive
That's
sound like
funnier.
Bro, Olive, tweeting shit like that, you sound like the kind of guy to tell your 10-year-old daughter she's wearing too much revealing
Bro,
clothing.
dude,
or
I'm gonna
something.
delete the app, man. Nah, I'm uninstalling. Fuck this. I don't need it.
Yeah.
Boomer ass.
Installing.
Bro,
Alt
damn.
F4.
You can't go out looking like that.
Bro.
I got my submission here. This is from a T-Papa. This is from a T-Papa viewer as well. We were given Pokemon as kids, and now grown adults are addicted to collecting cartoon animal NFTs. That was the submission I got.
I mean, true, but I don't.
It's
the
not
punch.
bad, actually.
The concept is
it's
there.
too much. There's too much talking in it. you know?
The concept, you know.
It's like a true observation. It's almost not funny because it's just a true observation. You know?
Yeah, I think it's just too much. It's too much. It needs to be more simple.
I just can't see Prison Joe tweeting that. You know.
no, I'm not
Yeah,
tweeting
yeah,
that.
True.
Yeah, and that's why that's the reason why I tweeted the sister thing, just because like everybody knows, you know,
Prison Joe
this,
tweet.
the K
Yeah.
Kona
That
was
was
like,
perfect.
you know,
The K Kona shit.
Joe
Yeah.
tweet,
so
right?
yeah,
Oh, yeah, bro.
it's like you said, the delivery from the person definitely counts. So yeah.
Certainly.
Yeah.
That's why I said the thing with the blood runs and T Papa. I could see him tweeting that. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
I could see him. I could see that.
Out of
coming
anyone
from
here,
him.
T Papa would be the one
Yeah.
to tweet that.
All right, that's what I
I
want
can
to
also see
hear.
Max
I feel good.
coming. I could see him tweet that as well.
I would tweet that too.
When
man.
okay, so I read this to the chat a long time ago, and someone responded. This was like seriously 6 months ago, I swear. And they said that's almost as bad as Tasty's Diva Cup tweet.
Oh, bro. I forgot about the Diva Cup tweet, dude.
Yeah.
That was one of my most liked of all time, too. That was up
there
there.
we
That was a Hall of
go.
Famer, dude.
Maybe I'm right. I'm down the
that
right
one,
path.
That one
then.
broke like 600-700, dude. That was a good one.
All right, what was it?
I forget exactly the wording, but I was like, why are women trying to hide this mysterious Diva Cup? Is it the source of their power? I will find one and I will drink from it.
That is fucking whack.
It's rank, bro. It's rank.
That's good.
Yeah.
Fuck. That was all the tweets?
Yeah, I'm out.
Is that
I mean,
That's good.
I don't have a really funny one. I just said next time I die to triple jads, I'm de-ironing. I can't take this embarrassment any longer.
Oh, that's
sounds
just
like
real.
That's not. Yeah, that just sounds like your actual.
Yeah, it
feelings.
just sounds,
Yeah, hold on.
That just sounds serious. Yeah, don't tweet that.
You want to talk about it, Nick? That's
The one about
you
smoking
know.
weed was funny. It's not gonna be live later. I'm smoking
Yeah.
weed.
Yeah, I tweeted can't go live. Yeah, I said I can't go live tonight, guys. I'm smoking weed.
That was a good one.
That's pretty
That was
good.
fucking hilarious.
That's a good tweet.
Yeah,
that's a good
that's
tweet.
solid.
Yeah, that was a banger.
Solid.
Yeah, I don't have any good ones.
Oh.
Are
If
we
you're a
done, folks,
crazy
gentlemen?
sexual deviant, that's what I've learned today. And
Accidentally, man.
Yeah.
What do you-
yeah.
This
If I ever
was
get
the
married, I
most-
want you to fuck my wife.
You
So-
take her to a swinger party.
Yeah.
Bet.
This is the most
Random fucker.
mind-blowing podcast. I
Yeah.
was in awe for.
Yeah, the first 30
every
minutes we
single
did not
time,
say much.
all
I
of
was
them.
just
No.
listening and just a lot of facial expressions. So if you do watch on YouTube, just look at our faces the first 30 minutes. A lot of different expressions going on.
And if you watch on Spotify,
T Papa's
sorry.
face was the best. He looked like he was watching his parents have sex. That's what his face was.
That was good.
He was concerned.
It wasn't that much fun.
God damn.
All right, well.
Gentlemen, we love you. Good night.
Bye.
Peace.
Boy.